everybody, and welcome into episode 4 of Nerd Talk Radio. Today, I have my co-hosts Jesse and Steph. Jesse and I can't bend that way. And Steph.
Hello.
And me.
Welcome in. It is your host Matt, aka Makazi007, and we're here in recording in the month of January. And this podcast, we're gonna go and look back to the previous year, to 2025, and we're gonna be doing our kind of, I guess, ceremonial. We do it every year technically here on Nerd Crew, but this is the first time doing it in the podcast format as opposed to a live stream, where we go through our 3x3's. If you don't know what a 3x3 is, it is a imagery-based way of showing basically a top 9. And it was made popular back in like the early, I think, 2000s in the like anime community. They used to do it all the time. And it's kind of made a weird little comeback thanks to Trash Taste. But I don't know if it's really made a comeback. I know they do it, and I know a couple other like podcasts and stuff do it, but I don't think it's made like a big comeback. But yeah, so that is what we're gonna. Back. Yeah, well, we'll see. But yeah, so that is going to be the main topic of today. We are listening to people's feedback, and so I'm going to try my hardest to streamline this so it is 3 hours or under. that is the goal. Because I've heard from multiple people that like, sometimes it's a little too long. It is once a month podcast, so I thought maybe being longer wouldn't be a problem because people have more time to listen and watch it. But 4 hours is just definitely way too fucking long. So that's why we're going to definitely try and constrain it. And just some notes from last podcast. I did not edit out the curse words, and I don't think I will anymore because I think it's fine. I don't think we do too many of them. I think we've kind of dialed it enough that it's not like every other word kind of a thing. So I think it's fine.
This could definitely be a problem for me.
Well, I mean,
song from Clark's.
I just like having the safety net.
Well, again, I mean, it's always still a possibility. Like if I am, in the editing phase, I'm like, wow, Steph is just cursing like a sailor this time. Then yeah, I'll edit it out. Or maybe I'll edit out a few of them at least.
Pull out the thesaurus on this one.
Yeah, like just start replacing words. I'll have you record like random words and just like insert them.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Say it like as deadpan as possible, though.
Yeah.
Balls.
Popsicles.
Oh man, but yeah. So generally, how you guys been, man? It's been a whole month, 2 months for Jesse. So how you guys been? What you guys been up to?
Busy. Work.
Work, holidays. I mean,
work. Oh yeah, the holidays were big. So yeah,
it was crazy, man. I feel like the holidays were a fever dream this year for sure.
Oh yeah. We were kind of hitting the ground running with a lot of things. It was just a tumultuous period, I think, for Becky and I in general. So it was a lot. Kind of glad. I mean, I love the holidays. I love getting to see everybody and hang out with people that I don't get to see too often. You guys who came down, which was great. But it's nice that we're kind of hitting that post celebration lull, which kind of relaxing. Yeah,
for me, it's like at work, it gets like super slow for like the week of the holiday and afterward. And like, I think it was yesterday, it just like our normal count of like stuff like just tripled like overnight, and no one was ready for it.
Really?
Everyone was like, oh my god, why are we back at like these numbers? And it's like you're supposed to ease into it, but I think this company has just grown a lot and they just don't realize it still. So it's like, yeah, we got that like 2-week break, which normally is like a 4-week break, and it's just like all right, back to business, so it's been a little hectic in that regard, but yeah,
we had Hell Week the last couple of weeks. Hell month, I don't know. Theme parks get busy during the holidays. So it's been like all hands on deck, making sure things are running as much as possible, and keeping the paying guests happy, the many paying guests.
I don't know why it always surprises me that you guys are busy on the holidays. I just would have.
We had record numbers for the parks.
I mean,
granted, it's barely your first year.
I was going to say, it's your first year. Yeah. How can you have
a
Yeah, you had a record. Every day is a goddamn record.
Yeah, we upped capacity for the holidays. A smidge, and wait times got crazy. So
oh my god, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Before we get into our main topic, I just wanted to ask one quick question. what was your favorite thing you got for Christmas this year? That might be a tough question.
I only got one gift for Christmas this year because we did a white, it was a mix between a Secret Santa and a white elephant. Honestly, my family didn't research it, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, put it all in the same wrapping paper, but don't put your name and don't put who it's to." And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm so confused. Elephant? It's like what the point is, and we're not saying gifts. What the? And they're like, "Oh, you have to guess who give it to you." But also, that would be hard. Here, put 3 things that you want. It's like, how am I supposed to guess?
Oh my god! Make the gift-giving process as confusing as possible.
Yes, but on my end, my favorite thing was, or the only thing I got was a Korean indoor barbecue set where it has a hot pot and it has a grill. I can do Korean barbecue at home.
That's
I'm
pretty nice.
so excited. It's been so long. But my absolute favorite gift was the one that my children got because they got an entertainment table that you can go in. A little activity center. That's a blessing.
Does it have the wheels? Does it walk around?
No, so we didn't want to do like the wheels and the jumper yet. There's like all that kind of stuff isn't particularly recommended, but we'll see if we need it because I'm not particularly against it either. I just want to start off here to see if it's just like, okay, is this enough?
Yeah. I remember when my niece got one when she was young, and we have like 2 couches in the living room, my parents' house, and they're kind of far from each other because they have like a really weirdly big living room. And so they would call her over and they would like put stuff in like behind her, and then they would have the other person call her over so they could deliver like whether it was like little snacks or it'd be like the remote control. They'd be like, "Oh, give this to grandma," and they'd stick it in like the back so she couldn't touch it, and then she would like they'd scoot her across the room. So lazy.
So funny.
Everyone really wants me to get walkers for them just for the lulls of just like it being a bumper car central in my home.
Yeah. Jesse, can you 3D print actual bumper cars for them?
I could try. Yeah, fucking why not?
Jeez. Absolutely.
Next Christmas.
We'll put little sensors on the bumpers, and they make like bonk sounds whenever they bump into each other.
Do you guys have extra parts from the Mario Kart ride by any chance?
Oh my god.
I'm sure I can find some, scrounge a few up, you know.
A baby-sized VR headset, just like whoop.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny. What about you, Jesse? What'd you get? What was your favorite gift for Christmas this year?
It's the headphones that I'm wearing actually. The Razer Gengar headset. Becky picked them up for me online. They've been in and on and off sale periodically.
Right out of stock. The screen.
Huh?
I thought I saw little. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, they light up on the side. They got little Gengars on the side.
That's pretty cool.
Super cute. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been eyeballing them for a long time, and it's always one of those things where like every time I saw them, they were out of stock. Then they come back in stock, and I'd look at them again, and they'd be out of stock.
I feel like every time we mention Pokemon in some way, I find out a new favorite Pokemon of Jesse's. Like every single time, it's like I'm like, yeah, I know he likes this one, and then all of a sudden, magically, you got the Gengar headset, and I remember you guys telling us, and I was like, "Do you like Gengar?" And you're like, "I love Gengar."
Oh, I got.
I'm like, what the fuck? Where did that come from?
Becky actually got me this too. So she got me 2 shirts from this artist that she found at I forget which convention she went to, where she found him, but he does custom tie-dye shirts, and so. We got
cool.
Oh, sick!
Yeah,
wow.
I think I know that artist because he goes to Dragon Con as well.
I think so.
It's he does like the wood block print.
And shout out to Andius. I'll see if I can toss this logo up there. It's that guy right there.
Yeah.
Andius. Yeah.
Take a picture of it later, and I'll edit it in.
Yeah. Really, really cool shirts. She also got me a similar style one for Godzilla. But the headset was the cream of the crop, in my opinion. Super, super happy about it. I needed a new headset desperately anyway. Mine is ancient. I will say, though, there could be a contender for favorite that hasn't been purchased yet. So my family sent us $200, my wife and I. And that $200 is 100% going towards a smart thermostat, because our thermostat is about 35 years old and sucks the butt. So that could potentially, but right now these 100%. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think for me it's kind of a tie between 2 gifts. The one that Erica got me was really nice. She got me the kind of handles that go on the Switch 2 from.
Are they behind you? Or is it something else?
Yeah, that is it actually. Yeah, the thing on Squirtle's head. The thing on Squirtle's head right there. Yep. Yeah, it's the Satisfy grip. She got me the beat 'em ups version because I watched like all of his stuff, so I was really happy to get that. And it made me laugh because I opened it and was like, "Oh, did you use his code to get like 10% off or whatever?" And she was just like, "No." I was like, and then it's like a tie between that and then also you can't see it in here, but it's over in that corner, the CD player that that I got from my in-laws. That shit's sick. It's like you can like mount it onto a wall, and it's got a bunch of different functions and stuff onto it, so it's pretty sick. Because I needed a smaller formed CD player, so I was looking for one of those.
When we worked together, I remember you mentioning like you wish that you could play your CDs at work.
Well, not at work. I wouldn't bring them to work, but like in the car. It was in the car, and I did get a portable like USB CD player, and I used it for a while.
You know what? Yeah.
But it kind of sucks ass, and so I stopped using it. And because it doesn't skip, but like it doesn't skip when you hit bumps and stuff. But every once in a while, it will just randomly like. It almost sounds like it's eating the CD, and it freaks me out because I'm like, please don't destroy my CDs. But then I'll take it out, and it's not scratching it, and then I'll just put it back in, and it'll play fine. It's not very good.
That's just the way that they sound. The CD players, they
no
ratchet back and forth.
It's not that. It's because it'll actually start skipping in the song too. Like it'll make noises, and then the song will start skipping, and then I'll look at the CD. I'm like, it's perfectly fine. And so, but I did recently, randomly, I was watching a YouTube video from these this couple that does like retro game stuff, and they bought like a soundtrack, like a game soundtrack, and when they got in their car, they're like, oh yeah, we'd like to use this little CD player, and it's like a Bluetooth version of a little mini CD player that's basically made for the car. And so I basically went into the description and I put it on my wish list, but it's like expensive. I think it's like $120. So that'll be in the future. Yeah. Maybe I'll replace. Plus the other thing about this USB CD player is I wanted to use it to burn CDs, or not burn, but put them onto my computer, and my computer will not recognize the fucking thing. So pointless.
I tell you that $30. My sister's old card, she only had a cassette player in there, and there's a cassette adapter where it's like it has a plug coming out of that thing and attaches to your phone.
Yeah. My brother had one of those.
I don't even know how that works.
I don't really understand how it works either, but Jesse has one because we used it for Dragon Con. He's little Bluetooth cassette.
Trying to get my thing to pop open right now because it's in my player right now.
Part of our cosplays for our Heavy Metal Avengers, Jesse brought his big cassette, like actual player, and that's the thing.
Yeah, it's Bluetooth.
Oh, yours is Bluetooth? Hers had a cord sticking out of it.
You literally just pop it in and it just plays. It's great.
That's so crazy. I'll never understand how this stuff works.
I understand more about how the Bluetooth thing works than I would like the audio jack, which doesn't make any sense because they probably work almost exactly the same. But
basically.
But yeah. So, but yeah, that was kind of my favorite things for Christmas for sure. I think without further ado, let's jump in to our main topic of the night, and that is the 3x3's. Now, on screen, I will show them. I'll edit them in. But for you guys, I have them here on my computer, except for Steph's. So
I sent you it.
I know you sent it to me, but I got to pause so I can bring it up because it fucks with Discord when I click
I'm so sorry.
All right. Well, who wants to go first? Now, me and Jesse have done 3x3s before. We, again, have done them every year. Usually we do them in December, but I specifically wanted to do January because when we do them in December, there's still a month left of the year. And everyone always does their year in review shit at the end of the year. And it's like, you should wait until the beginning of next year just in case something crazy happens. What if you have a banging ass Christmas and now it's not in your 3x3 because you did it before Christmas? You know what I mean? It's like that was always kind of weird to me. But yeah. You know what? I'm going to force Jesse to go first.
I was going to volunteer anyway.
All right. So,
I'll go first.
So here's Jesse's 3x3. I don't know. My 3x3. This way. It'll probably take over the whole screen. But yeah, so I'm looking at this and I think I can definitely recognize 5 of them, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, maybe 6. Okay, I think I know what 6 of these are.
Okay, 6 out of 9 is not bad.
So, I know 1 for sure. I know 2 for sure.
Yep.
3 maybe.
So why don't you start in your top left with House?
House. Okay, yes. My favorite MD. Everybody's favorite MD because he's a drug addict. and a doctor. House MD in this scenario is representative of the big life event of my year, which was purchasing our first home.
That is not what I was expecting.
Yeah, that's
100% what it was. Yeah. What you think it was? I met Hugh Laurie.
No, I thought you guys just obsessively watched House this year, like legitimately.
Oh no, it's a good show. It is a good show, but no. No.
It is up and coming, man.
Hold on. No, it's no, because we bought the new house.
Okay.
And that was the big life event, and still kind of actively is, because it's a house and it's been less than a year, so shit to do.
Yeah, man. They always say your first year is when all the major stuff happens. Those people are lying sacks of shit. It's the first 5 years, at least. Yeah,
because we're still. I'm gonna knock on wood beforehand. We're still waiting to see how the air conditioner handles next summer, because it's getting up there in age. So that's the big one though. We've replaced a lot of the appliances. Washer and dryers, brand new. Hot water heater got replaced the day before we signed for the house. We kind of were, yeah. I told you about what happened with that, right?
Yeah.
We the day we were closing for the house, we went to go see the final walkthrough before we signed the paperwork, and there's a stream of water just coming out of the garage. The old hot water heater burst right on the day we were going to sign the final closure paperwork for the house. So we had it thrown in there last minute that the previous owner had to pay to have it replaced.
Yeah.
That's how you do the last walk, baby.
Dude, I could kick myself because when we did our last walkthrough, there was a tiny little stain on the ceiling. But when I looked at it, I touched it and made sure, and I was like, well, because it was raining heavily that day, and I was like, it was perfectly dry. But in my back of my mind, I was like, I don't remember seeing that stain. But then me and my realtor looked at it and we're like, we're pretty sure that was already there, because there had been other things on the ceiling throughout the house that was little knocks here and there and patches and stuff. So I was like, I'm 90% sure that's always been there. And that was the first one. I don't know if you remember, a month after we closed, it turned into a waterfall in the house. And I was just like, dude, I could kick myself for not saying something beforehand. So
it's always stuff like that is, even if you think it was there before, it's indicative of something. Yeah. So,
I even looked at my old report and I was scanning through the pictures and I was like, yeah, see, I'm pretty sure this is it. It's right here. Yeah. It was a sign. I should have just, brought it up. But anyway.
Yeah. I mean, we had a couple of them ourselves. So it's one of those things, with buying the house. Yeah. So that was the big life event. So I put it at number 1, even though there's really no particular order for these.
Yeah. There's no technical order for these. It's supposed to be more of a shotgun blast where it's because some people will say oh, the most important thing is the middle one. The most important thing is the top left or top right, however you start it. But technically there is no actual order.
No. But that was a big one, so I figured I'd put it in there. And it's an ongoing and wonderful process.
Damn, dude, you really debated us with number 1. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I thought about doing it for every single one. I was like, I don't want to be too meme on this one.
Oops.
I went with and I had a lot of pictures this year, so I actually took pictures of the things. These are minus the 2 in the bottom. These are pictures of things that I actually did. So picture number 2, square number 2 is the scene, the scenery from the room that Becky and I had on the Disney cruise we did over the summer.
Ooh.
Beautiful view. It was a blast. I've only been on 2 cruises, so this was my second cruise ever, and it was so much fun.
Would you recommend it over the other cruise?
It's tough. I think if you have kids old enough to appreciate it, because it is a Disney cruise. There's characters, and they have kids' activities, and they have a daycare and stuff like that.
There's a daycare.
Yeah, they have a full drop your kids off for the day and go enjoy the cruise as an adult. Yeah.
Tell me.
Dude,
and they have
a lot of all encompassing things do that. Not all of them, but you have to find them. But all inclusive, right? That's the word.
Sometimes they charge for them. I don't know. Yeah, all inclusive. I don't know if they charge for it on the Disney cruise or if it's actually part of the package. I'm not sure how that works because I don't have kids, so I didn't really care. But we were with family that had a lot of younger kids, and so like they would drop the kids off and go off and enjoy an afternoon on the ship or on the beach or something.
That's like the number one feature whenever like our families go on like a family vacation. They're always like, because there's a lot of little kids in the family, so they're like, we need to make sure there's a place that has some kind of daycare thing so that we can all
there
enjoy
childcare.
Yeah, there has to be something. So
my littles are the first littles in the family for like 15 plus years at this point.
Oh wow!
So nobody knows what's up, and we also never really did vacations because we were poors and like
something
like,
worth considering on bigger trips.
Cool.
Just so you have at least like a day of like enjoying the time as an adult without having to worry about the kids. If you know that they're in good hands and that kind of stuff.
Did you guys watch Hotel Transylvania 3?
No.
A little bit of it.
The third one's when they go on the cruise, right? And the two wolf people drop off all their 5 billion children onto the cruise.
Is that what?
Daycare. And then they unleash the wave of little children onto the fish people. That's basically the same thing. That's a real thing. That actually is real on cruises.
That's hard. I would not want to do that job. Good for them. Good for them.
But so the one thing I will say with Disney cruises, as an adult who's enjoying adult beverages on said cruises, they do not have like an all-you-can-drink package, like a pay one price and get unlimited beverages. A lot of cruises do that, where you pay one upfront price and you go nuts, man. You just whatever you want, whenever you want. Minus maybe some specialty shit and like special cups and whatnot. But so that was, but all the food was included, and like you had to pay a little bit for the excursions. We didn't really do too many of those. We did some jet skiing, which was sick. That was actually a lot of fun. I would love to get my hands on a jet ski. I might actually steal Chuck's once or twice.
Dude, as someone who likes riding motorcycles, something about the jet ski like freaked me the fuck out when I went with Erica that one time. I don't know what it was, dude. I was just so massively uncomfortable.
I think it's the like accelerating through turns and like you've got to go fast as you're moving, and like when you let go of that throttle, you fucking stop.
Yeah. I almost flipped us like twice, and then I was like, Erica, just take over. She was killing me. We actually had a fun moment during this period. So it was a bunch of us who went on the jet ski excursion, and it was a guided tour around the island. So we got on the jet skis and we kind of like drove in a line with a couple, like one or two other families, I think. And they'd stop off periodically at different spots, and they had this one spot where like they picked up these massive red starfish out of the water, and they were like letting you like hand the starfish over and look at the starfish, and there were big conch shells on the fucking beaches and shit. So we're going through everything, and we're like on our way back, and we go through like this. The only way I can describe it is like a fucking kelp forest. There's just this kelp, and it's just floating right at the top and down. And he was like, if you go fast enough, you're usually pretty good. You'll just kind of skate across the top of it. Apparently, I don't know if I wasn't going fast enough or something. Of course, my luck having being what it is sometimes, we get our engine clogged. And he's like, just fucking like hammer that throttle. It'll kick it out and you'll be good. I'm sitting there. I'm hitting that thing as hard as I can, and it's not moving. So finally the guy circles back. The rest of the group is already like fucking half a mile away at this point. And he gets off of his jet ski and he like reaches under the water and starts yanking this kelp out of the engine, out of the jet port. And then he's like, hit it. And then like, as soon as I fucking hit it, I just kind of kicked off. He hopped back on, and then we played catch up. So I got to floor that fucking thing. Nice.
And it was so much fun. And then I dusted Erica and Helene on the way back into port, because I had some fucking speed going, and we had to make this turn. I just cut on the inside and just washed them with the fucking. It was so much fun. Nice. Yeah, so that was the a really, really fun time over the summer. Number 3 is what takes up most of my life. Is work. Epic Universe. That picture is actually from the official opening night. The one time that we got like a drone and fireworks show at the same time. That's what the rings that you see in the sky are actually drones. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was sick. It was so, and like it's hard to see in that picture, but if you look at the high res version, you can see the word epic spelled out using drones in front of the hotel.
Oh, I think I see it now. Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
I thought it was just lights.
Yeah, but like they had fireworks going off, and like the firework display kind of covered the drones, and then when like all the fireworks started to clear out, you just kind of saw that halo sitting above. It was a really awesome experience. Like for all the stress and anxiety that I get from work sometimes, it is still kind of awe-striking, some of the shit that I get to like see and do. And this was one of those moments because this was like this was the media open. This was before the official first public day. So we had celebrities in the park. Like big, like I almost walked headfirst into Howie Mandel while I was walking through the Celestial Park. But like I ran into the Weasley twins who were there opening up the Harry Potter portal. Warwick Davis, I bumped into him a couple of times. I heard Brie Larson was there. And like a bunch of other celebrities, and obviously like the media celebrities who were there, like newscasting the whole thing.
Yeah. I will say it's not on my 3x3 because I forgot it happened this year or past year. Was going to Mario World. That honestly, thinking back, I almost wish I had put it on my 3x3 because that was like I've been to quite a few theme parks in my life, and I've told this to Jesse before. I was like, yeah, as I get older, I feel like the theme parks are kind of losing their flavor with me because most of the time they're geared towards little kids anyway. But something about that Mario Park specifically, just like it really knocked me back for a minute. Like
it's dope, right?
I felt like my jaw was actually going to hit the ground.
Yeah.
I feel like you're really there. Like that is the best representation I could have, or that is like the best my imagination could have gotten to being in the video game.
Yeah.
And it was, I feel like they nailed it so well. Good job.
It was sick, man. And I mean, the rest of the park is cool too. Don't get me wrong. But like, cause we went to Berg first, and I remember like walking through there, I was like, oh man, this is like super cool. And I think we went straight from there to Mario World, right? That was our second stop.
I think so. Yeah.
And once we got there, I legitimately remember me and Erica just kind of stopping at Peach's Castle and just like staring at everything, like absorbing through osmosis all of it. And I was, because I had seen videos from the Japan one, so I was like kind of knew what to expect, but it was like so different because you're walking in and the music is starting to pick up because you're walking through the tunnel, and it's just, I don't know how to describe it, man. It's just it is magical. Like it is honestly really cool.
And it's one of those feelings, and I think that's the reason why I enjoy the job, even with the stress and stuff that comes with it. Because you get those moments. Like, I mean, I get them because I can walk around the park after it's closed when there's no guests, and the music is still playing and the lights are still on. My favorite experience was the first time I was walking. It was before the buses were running. I was walking early in the morning. It was like 3 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. The sun was not up yet. I walked through the Dark Universe portal, and I turned the corner, and it's like the first time that they lit up Frankenstein's manor. So I look over, and you just see this literal lightning shooting up the side of the tower. And like the sound effects were playing, and it was dark, and like you could see the moon, and it was cloudy. I think I have the picture of it. I'll post it somewhere. But it was just one of those moments where I'm like, this is fucking cool. All right, this is, I'm here for it. This beats the hell out of water treatment. But yeah, so I guess I'll move on. Number 4, kind of related. The next 2 are actually kind of related, so it works out. Number 4 is a picture that I took while I was at IAAPA. IAAPA, for anybody who doesn't know, is essentially an industry conference for a vendor conference for amusement parks, technology and attractions. So it's really cool from that perspective, especially if you're like somebody who works as a buyer in that industry, you know, for a company, because there's a lot of demos going on for new technology. I spent a good chunk of my one day there in the arcade section because it's just a whole bunch of brand new arcade machines. A lot of them haven't even hit the market yet. They're still like, they're literally there trying to sell them to you. Like, they're taking orders for these things.
Did you buy one?
I was tempted for a couple of them. Yeah. Like, price tag wise, they're definitely not there for me, but there was this one game in particular that I played. I think I told you about it. It's like a gas game, a gas station game. It sounds really stupid.
Yeah,
but
it sounded sick as hell.
Yeah, but the idea, the premise behind it is that it gives you a price on the screen, like $15, and then you have the gas pump handle, and you have to hold the handle and let go of it on that number, and it gives you like a score based on how close you got.
I play that game every week, y'all.
It's so addicting. It was so addicting. There was a line the first time I walked up to it. There were like 6 people waiting to play that game.
Were they all dads wearing shorts?
Yeah. Right. Everybody at that convention is a dad.
I can do
and
this.
polo shirts.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a blast. They had a couple of, like, the picture that I took, a couple of indoor, like, carnival sized rides. And we were allowed to go on them. You could test them out.
Wow.
They had a couple rides in the parking lot outside. We did a couple of those. They had free, like, food demos. There was a whole section, if you love cotton candy, there was legitimately a whole row of just cotton candy machine vendors, and all the cotton candy you could possibly want to eat for free.
I'm not a big cotton candy person.
Yeah,
I would get
but
sick.
there were like
I'd eat it.
automatic like mini donut machines that were like just spitting out donuts all day.
Now you're talking my language.
Yeah, like fresh, hot, like donuts, like straight out of the fucking fryer.
Can't see it on screen, but this right here, this is donuts. That's donut country. That's donut country.
Like pizza vendors, pretzel vendors. They had these really awesome, like, soft serve ice cream in a pouch, and they were just giving out whole ass pouches of soft serve ice cream. And then there were really cool rides that they were showcasing. Some of the vendors that we'll be using actually for some upcoming rides.
It sounds like you came from Wonka's factory.
I mean, you walk in that place, there's literally, I wish I were exaggerating, a third of that building was inflatable play areas.
Oh.
Like the inflatable jungle gyms.
For adults, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna send this picture to you, Matt, so that you can put it up there. There was a picture. There was an inflatable pool bar.
Yeah, you did
so
show me
it's
that
like
one.
like kiddie pool depth. It's like maybe 2 feet, 3 feet deep at most, and then it's just a walk-up inflated pool bar.
Hell yeah, dude!
It was really cool. There was some really awesome shit.
I remember when we moved to Florida, Sean and I were talking about it, where it was just like, dude, if there's any benefit to moving to the state, is that we can go to IAPA, and then we went to buy tickets, and it's just like, not for public. Tickets are not for public purpose. And I was like, oh. And you have to be in the industry or find a way around. And it's just like, this was not the year for it.
Yeah.
Next year, I'm gonna figure out something.
We're gonna get you guys there. We're gonna get you guys there next year. I'm sure.
When is it? Is it a summer or a fall thing? I can't remember.
It was not too long ago, actually.
I think it was in the fall.
Yeah,
right?
it was.
IAPA 2025.
Like, what, 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah, IAPA 2025 was November. Yeah, November 17th and 21st. So it's during the weekday, so it's Monday to Friday. Because it's technically a work-related expo, so people just take the week off and go. Like, all of my managers went. All of, like, the VPs and directors for my company were there.
Oh yeah.
Universal showcased a couple of new rides. We showcased the vehicles, the cars for the new Fast and the Furious ride out in California. So those were pretty cool. And then there were a couple other companies that were showcasing rides that we may or may not end up getting in Universal at some point. I can't go into that too much, but yeah. So that was a blast. We had a great time. Me and a couple of coworkers went, and it was. I'm going to go every year, I think, at this point.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot of fun, and no cosplayers, and it wasn't crowded.
Wow,
that's the best part.
What a different experience.
Huh?
What a different experience. A non-crowded con.
Yeah, you're at a convention, and like you're not like this. People aren't like crowding vendor booths. You can walk up and talk to people. Most everybody there is trying to sell you something, but you know it's still that they're engaging. You know,
it's like being in the funnest furniture store in the world.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, like it was a blast. So moving to the next one, number 5 is another Universal related thing. Halloween Horror Nights.
I got that one right. Remember.
Yeah, HHN this year was a blast, and this is the first time that I went and did everything. I got into every house at least once. I tried all the food, all the beers, all the drinks I wanted. I bought all the merch I wanted, which really wasn't much, but you know, they had some really cool IPs there this year. You know, Jason had a house this year, which was probably the best house. Maybe besides Five Nights. Five Nights at Freddy was sick. I'm not even a big fan of the franchise, if I'm being honest, but the Five Nights at Freddy's house was really cool. But there was just so much to do, and like it was the first time that I checked every box on the list. You know, I went like 2 or 3 times, I think, to get to that point. But
yeah,
it
makes the big difference, right? Most of the time you only go one day, so.
Right, and the lines can get bad sometimes. You know, like even if you're there for you can pay extra as a guest for the I forget what they called it. Stay and Scream. So because the event doesn't start until like 6 p.m. So what they do is they close the park at like 4:30, and anybody who paid for a Stay and Scream gets to stay in the park for that like hour and a half. And then they slowly start to stagger the opening of the houses. So like 4:30 or 5 o'clock, the first houses will open. Usually the long line ones. Fallout was there this year. The Fallout house had a pretty great line. Five Nights at Freddy's though had the longest line of all fucking time.
Yeah, not surprised.
Consistently.
Media accessible one, I would say.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's the most popular, I think, for a lot of different generations. You know. You know, kids love that, and then like there's adults who play the games and who watch the movies, and I've never really done either, but I'll admit like it was a really cool place to walk through and like see the creepy animatronic, you know, bears and shit, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So we actually one of the times we did the Stay and Scream and just you know walked around and basically checked out all the food that we wanted without waiting in lines.
Nice.
Yeah, Fallout had some sick food. But I think my absolute favorite food, and this is the oddest thing ever, I never realized how good a fried Uncrustables is. I like you think like, oh yeah, you toast them and they're good, but like nah, fry it, a little bit of oil, and then they put like this hot honey over top of it.
Well, you got me there.
It's so good. And then they paired it. They paired it with this thing called PB&J Mixtape, which was a peanut butter and jelly flavored beer.
Fuck yeah! Oh my goodness.
Okay. I thought the same. I thought the same thing, Matt. I thought the same thing. It like flavored beers tend to taste like shit.
Yeah, you like a lot of the weird beers, though.
No, but okay. Listen, I'm gonna see if because I think it's a local brewery that made it. I'm gonna see if I can buy a 6-pack of this PB&J beer, and next time I go up, I'll bring it with me.
Okay.
It is so different. It doesn't overwhelm the taste buds with the flavor. It just tastes like a liquefied peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
And see, that is not selling
do you
it
not,
to me, but...
Do you not like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
Okay, so for the record... I ate PB&J like every day at work for like 4 years straight, to the point where my coworker used to make fun of me for it. So yes, I love PB&Js, but drinking PB&J doesn't sound amazing.
I am telling you, you will love this.
I worked at a place for 3 years and had PB&J every day, and I left that company to go back to school, and then I came back to that company afterward. And my first day on the job, that same coworker worked there, and he was like, "Don't tell me you're still eating PB&Js every day." And I opened up my lunchbox, and there she is. Good old fashioned.
I think you would love it. I really like. I'm gonna see if I can buy a 6-pack or something. And
yeah, you let me know.
Next time you're down, or next time I come up, I'll see if I can grab it.
Oh yeah.
Because it was delicious. It was so good. That was probably the best food that I had there. Fallout had some pretty good stuff. But that PB&J, man, it's something so sweet and simple, you know? All right, moving on to the next one. Number 6. Matt, you should know what this one was.
Really curious about this one.
I remember this. This is
that is DK at Southeast Game Exchange, which had official cosplay wrestling.
I
and
see.
So that is Donkey Kong
and Tingle the referee.
And Tinky,
my God, it's Tingle.
Yeah.
How did I not catch that?
Yeah.
Well, DK is very distracting.
I was looking at the forefront main. I thought it was just a generic wrestling picture. It was like, yes, John Cena retired this year. It's true.
If you zoom in, he has the red tie and he has a Donkey Kong hat on.
Yeah. All the cosplays were pretty much like that. They were like, hey, guys, we need cosplays. And it's like, let's go to Party City really quickly and pray they got something.
Yeah, pretty much. Except the inflatable Kirby, though, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
there was shitty inflatable costume, but
there was a couple good ones. I just don't remember all of them because the Yoshi one was pretty decent. All the Marios were good. Bowser was really good.
Yeah, Bowser had dreads. That was sick.
Yeah, Splatoon Girl was okay. I mean, Splatoon Girl was just an easy thing to do.
Didn't they have the Mii Fighters?
Like the Mii Fighters
were team, the tag team of Mii Fighters.
They were the evil, like whatever.
Yeah, they were the bad guys.
Whatever you call the evil people in wrestling, that's what they were. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the heels. Yeah. Yeah. So that whole convention though was just so much fun.
Yeah, I'm hoping we go back this year. I really am.
Yeah.
I know Erica's interested in going this year, so definitely want to drag her along with us. And I was going to ask Sean to come with us last year, but, it was around the time you guys had just had the kids, and I didn't want to, I don't know. I didn't want to.
Rough.
Yeah, I didn't want to even attempt him with the idea of, going away for a weekend at that point, so.
We're talking about going to Georgia's for Sudden Pride Gaming.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay, nice. So, you let us know.
So, slowly, we're going to start introducing them to cons as soon as they're all vaccinated the fuck up. But get
them used to the environment.
Yeah, they're gonna be political, but these kids are gonna be in it.
They're changing those vax schedules.
Oh my God, don't get me into it with the Florida mandate shit because it's pissing me off. I can't send my kid. I said it before on this podcast, but I can't send my kids to school here. And every time we podcast, there's another reason I can't send them to school.
Well, now that's national. The new vax scheduling bullshit is all national.
Oh my God, but it's like at least, but they're trying to take away the school-based mandates here.
Yeah,
and it's just like.
Yeah,
I'm just like that. I'm just like, I'm waiting for more bullshit. Anyway, let's not. We're in a happy place. Let's talk more about the happiness of 2025, please.
Yeah. So convention was a lot of fun. Matt, you and I went. I think we both had a blast. We bought a whole bunch of games that we needed to buy or didn't need to buy, but
way too much money.
So much money. I got this sick autograph by Grant Kirkhope, who was the voice actor. And musical composer for this game for Banjo-Kazooie.
So
cool. So that was a blast. And then bought a couple of other random nonsense bits and bobs.
Yeah.
But I think honestly, I wouldn't be against making that a staple annual visit.
Oh yeah.
If we have the time,
Oh yeah, I definitely want to go again this coming year. We just have to figure out what weekend it's on and who's going to come with us and stuff. Because even from what I remember, the hotel wasn't super expensive. The tickets weren't super expensive. It's a pretty low key event. The only kind of sucky part is there's no way to walk to the event. So it's you have to drive to it, and then you have to, if you want to do anything, there's nothing really there in terms of food and stuff besides the convention one. So I remember in my Southeast Game Exchange review, I did a Real Talk review on it. I talked about that was my biggest knock to it was most conventions do at least food trucks or something, and this one was just nah. Honestly, either leave and go do something or eat at the little the little thing, and that was really the only options. So
Yeah, I think food trucks would have been a great addition for that convention because, like you said, there is really nothing else. So they would have made bank. Probably get some fighting, get some really good food trucks in there.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. There was clearly places they could have parked them too. Like they could have
Oh
made that
yeah,
work for sure.
they also said that that whole second half of the building was just empty.
Yeah, they told us they're going to expand this year too and make it bigger.
Yeah.
So they could always just drive the fucking food trucks in. They put cars in the damn
Make a
convention
whole
halls.
section. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think that'd be a great idea.
Unless that's illegal. I don't know about emissions for that stuff.
I don't think it is. As long as you have the bay doors open when they're coming in, and you give them electricity and stuff like that. I think.
Well, the thing is, you have to run the trucks to do the cooking part normally. So it's like.
But they a lot of them usually do have like external hookups because it's just for power, for electricity.
Yeah.
Or if they have like propane, they can use propane. But
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that was a lot of fun. The number seven is another convention. We only went to 2 conventions last year. I only went to 2 conventions last year, so it was Southeast Games Exchange, and then number 7, which was MegaCon Orlando, which was Becky and I only went for a day, but it was a lot of fun. Huge convention, tons of people, but a lot of great vendors. We were there. A lot of what we did was just kind of hanging out with photo groups, taking pictures of different cosplays. Becky was technically cosplaying. I wish I had a picture of it to just like throw up on the screen, but she was dressed up as Matt Mercer, the dungeon master from Critical Role. She had
was it with the vest?
She had like the blue vest on, and then she had the T-shirt that he wears that says "I love eating ass" on it. It's
If you find that picture, send it to me. I'll edit it in.
Yeah.
With her consent.
Yeah, with her consent. But we had a great time. It was I think in March, so it was pretty early on. It was one of the first things we really got to do for the year together. It was close by. We were still living in the apartment, so it was like a 10-15 minute drive. And it was just a lot of fun. It was a great convention.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. You're talking about these conventions. I think Southeast was the only convention we did last year because we were tempted to go to Anime Week in Atlanta because they moved it to Christmas time, and then it just it didn't work for us at that moment, and we were just like, you know what, we just don't want to spend the money going to a convention right now. So we're hoping to make that up this year by going to obviously more than one. It's probably going to like 2 or 3, but we'll see what happens because like honestly this year I can already tell you with the goals I have in mind, and I do have a video coming out on this YouTube channel about my goals for this year. They're fucking insane. Like I have so much shit I want to do this year. So
I know my list is getting bigger and bigger every day. Like
Erica and I went over our goals, and she sent me the page, and it had like 5 things on it, and she went over them and was like, okay. And I turned my phone, I was like, here's mine, and it's just a fucking laundry list of like 30.
Fucking scroll comes
goals.
out.
Yeah, and I did. I went like this, and I was like scrolling, and she was like, what the hell, dude? And last year was the same thing. Last year we had a piece of paper.
Yep.
Hers was 1 piece of paper, and mine was like 5. It's just like I always my method is for the last like
type
couple
and
years
organized
is just a shotgun blast of things, because I feel like it's better to say like, oh, I completed 10 goals out of my 40, as opposed to completing 2 out of my 5. I don't know. It just feels better to me to set a lot of like small achievable goals and a couple like big maybe achievable goals and a couple impossible ones, so
I mean, everybody does it a little different. Some people aim for a couple of really really big goals. Some people aim for just like let's shotgun these out. I want to feel accomplished this year.
Exactly.
Now we're kind of in that mindset this year. I think there's a lot of stuff around the house that we want to do, and we want to go out more, not to the parks.
Nice.
And like explore a little bit of Central Florida, because there's a ton of shit to do down here.
I know. I always bitch at Erica every time we go to Florida, and like for years, every time we go, they're always like, "Oh, let's go to the park. Let's go to the park." And I was like, there's so much shit to do in Florida. Can we do anything else, please?
There's even other theme parks.
I was like,
when was the last time we went to SeaWorld?
Yeah, I was like, please, I beg of you, pick anything else.
So I think that's kind of on the goal for this year is get out more and just try out some of the local stuff,
Yeah.
So leading into that, actually, that brings me into the next number 8. Number 8 and number 9, which are sort of kind of connected in a way. Number 8 is the only thing on this list that is media related. The Mighty Nine animated series came out this year. On Amazon, and it has been. I mean, we watched the whole thing already. It is so good. I don't know if you guys watched it.
I have, yeah.
I had that.
Oh, it's on Amazon.
It's phenomenal. Yeah. Did you watch Vox Machina at all? Have you seen that at all, Steph? No. It's. I don't know if you like fantasy stuff, like D&D and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you guys are into. So.
Yes, I'm into D&D at least. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
My feelings.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So you know of Mighty Nine and Critical Role and everything, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's they're great. They're great shows.
Yeah, she just mentioned Matt Mercer's vest like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like, I was surprised that you guys haven't seen it, because it is like probably one of the best things D&D related to come out in a long time.
I agree.
I don't have a lot of time to sit down.
That's fair. Yeah,
that's why.
You guys have been a little busy.
Out of the realm for a lot of the newer stuff.
Yeah.
Plus,
well, if you guys are looking for a show,
it's not really child friendly too. So like, I wouldn't recommend watching it with the kids in the room.
when they're old enough to understand, when they're old enough to understand, maybe not. But now I think you have a prime opportunity.
Now I disagree. I disagree with Jesse, because there is some gore and there is some like nudity and shit in Vox Machina.
They're not going to remember or recognize any of that.
I'm just saying
they don't have human social structure or constructs yet.
I'm just saying it's there.
I just try not to let them watch TV. I just turn them away anyway, so it's all good.
That's true.
But if you guys are looking for something, I think Vox Machina has 4 seasons now, so it's a bingeable show.
Oh, okay.
It is high fantasy D&D style awesomeness, and then Mighty Nine was the Critical Role second campaign. Turned into an animated series, and the first season was out this year, and it was really good. And
I can tell you too, from watching both of them, that like Vox Machina, especially season 1, was kind of like a tester, and then it's gotten better every season. And then with this one, what's it called again? Mighty Nine. You could tell animation specifically wise, they have definitely like done better, because I feel like there's some parts of the original one of Vox Machina where like the animation was a little stiff, but it was like. I don't even know what studio worked on it, honestly, and it was it felt like kind of almost like Amazon's one of their first like cartoons that they were kind of creating and stuff. Yeah. Like backing and everything. So it was almost like a tester. It felt like, and then it got better and better. And then I agree. Mighty Nine, as someone who doesn't listen to Critical Role, I liked the stories of Vox Machina and Mighty Nine so far. Like I was really interested in it, and I have been a pretty big fan of it, honestly. Like. And it makes me almost want to go listen to Critical Role, but I've already tried multiple times and I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like I've listened to a little bit of Critical Role, but it's long form live play, and I mean it rivals one of our podcast lengths. Yeah. Sometimes.
Well, it's not even just the length. It's that like. So as you guys know, I struggle with playing D&D to begin with. Okay.
Yeah.
And like I do have fun with it when I have like the right people and we're in the right scenarios and stuff. But like trying to watch other people play D&D, I've done before, like on Twitch. Like I've watched like some of my friends do D&D on Twitch, and it bores the living shit out of me. So I can't do it. So now take away the imagery aspect and tell me now go listen to people play D&D. And it's like I can't do it, man. I just like I've tried I think twice now, 3 times. Well, 2 times I shouldn't say I tried. 2 times I was forced to, and then 1 time I actually tried on my own. And all of them I was just like I can't. This is boring the shit out of me. Like I'm falling asleep here.
Yeah.
So
I've had good and bad luck. Like Critical Role has been a tougher one because the gameplay is a bit more on the serious side. And even like listening to the like season 1, you know, like from the podcast end, it's you kind of pick up in the middle of things, you know. They don't start from like the very beginning of something. And that throws me off a little bit. The one that I think I have had the most consistent capability to listen to is we're going to shout out to Dungeons and Daddies.
Yeah, Eric always tells me I should try that one instead.
They're so funny. The episodes are on the shorter side. They keep you entertained better because I think most of the players in the first season had never really played D&D before. So it's like kind of everybody's going into it a bit on the newer side. And they just have a lot of fun with it. And plus, I mean, who doesn't love the idea of like real human dads being sucked through a vortex in their Honda Odyssey and winding up in Faerun. You know,
I will say
who doesn't love that idea?
The only TTRPG that I ever like watched people play and actually had a really good time was so I don't know if you know this, like there's some anime that have made TTRPGs based off of their like lore and stuff. So I only know of like 2, but I think there's more than 2. And one of them is one of my favorite anime, which is Konosuba. They made a TTRPG, which is very basic. It doesn't even use a D20 system. It uses like a D6 system, which I don't understand how that functions, but whatever. And when it first came out, Trash Taste was, I think, sponsored to play it. And so they found a girl, another YouTuber who does DM stuff, and they had her DM a scenario. But I think it's because they were so silly and stupid, and they played into what makes Konosuba fun to watch, which is also the silly and stupidness of it, that made me enjoy it. And that's why that was around the time where I was like, maybe I should give Critical Role a try, because I had fun watching these guys play this. And then I tried Critical Role again, and I was like falling asleep, and I was like, yeah, no, it's just maybe it's the game. Maybe it's the game itself makes a difference for me. So
could be. So I'll jump right into the last one, because it is also TTRPG related, ironically, Rodley. We all know who the picture is of, right?
Yeah, Toothless.
Yep, Toothless. So that was one of the big things that kind of pushed Becky and I out of our comfort zone in moving down here, you know, because we know some people who live down here now, but everybody kind of lives a little spread out, so it's hard to kind of get and see people. So we've been trying to make more local friends. And as a late 30s human adult, that's not always easy, you know.
Basically, post-college human adult, it's not easy. Like once you get out of college, it's like impossible to find friends for some reason.
But it has been going decently well for us, because we got out and we found this organization local to Central Florida called Adventures on Tap. It is a company, a nonprofit organization that runs charity tabletop events.
Awesome.
In Central Florida, in tap houses and breweries and wineries and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So they make deals with these organizations. They get people to show up to these wineries and these beer houses. So obviously they love it because they get an influx of people for these events. And then you have people who are kind of designated DMs who run mini campaigns, either one shots or like mini campaigns of like, you know, 3 or 4 sessions, start to finish for a story. And so we got involved with this group beginning of last year, and since then have kind of made a lot of friends who we hang out with on a semi-regular basis now, in and out of game. But the big reason why I put Toothless on there is because what got the whole thing started was our D&D 5th edition How to Train Your Dragon mini campaign. And we're on campaign 3 right now. We just started campaign 3 this week. And we're switching from D&D 5th edition to Critical Role's Daggerheart.
Nice.
So it's an interesting change, because it's a very different very different play style between D&D and Daggerheart. Not all the classes are the same, so some of us have had to like either make new characters or kind of reform our characters a little bit. But yeah, we started the year playing this How to Train Your Dragon campaign. We made a couple of friends, and like it was such a big hit with just that group of people, because I think there were 6 of us, that when the second How to Train Your Dragon campaign showed up on the radar for Adventures on Tap, it was the same DM. We had already been talking to him, and he was like, hey, I'm just gonna let you guys know this thing's going live in like 10 minutes, so if you guys want your tickets, hop on right now. So we filled the second campaign with the same people plus like 1 new person who came in, and then, you know, that was a blast. We played that for about 4 or 5 sessions, and now we've just started How to Train Your Dragon 3, as we're calling it, Return to Berserk, and so far it's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
And it's the getting out there and experiencing, and the organization is great. They pick different charities every month, because it's a pay to play D&D tabletop thing. So you pay your DM. Your DM gets a little cut, and the rest of it goes to the organization, which then donates those proceeds to a nonprofit in Central Florida. Yeah,
nice. Yeah, I wish Eric and I could find something similar to that, but like, I feel like we found kind of little groups here and there, like nerdy pockets of things here in Georgia.
Yeah.
But like most of the time, it's like if you go to these events, it's a bunch of people who already know each other, so it's already hard to like get into the groups.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is that most of them are like what you're talking about. They're D&D related, and it's like, I'm just so fucking sick and tired of D&D. I got overloaded by it for like 3 years, and I've just been like burnt out for the last like year and a half of it.
If you want to make the connection, you might just have to suck it up and play another D&D, at least long enough to get to know some people, and then you can start doing other shit. You know,
that's true.
Yeah,
because like we've looked into things like they do like paint and sips a lot at some of these breweries and stuff where you can go and paint a mini. But again, it's like you get there and it's like, okay, now go to a table with the people you came with. It's not like they force intermingle people or have like one long table where everyone can kind of sit and chill with each other. I wish they'd do something like that where it's like a long table you can
That'd be cool.
at least try and meet people. But yeah, I mean, I feel like and a lot of events are like that because we've been to a couple where it's like you walk in and it's like, oh, everyone's already kind of huddled into their groups of people they brought with them.
Yeah.
Even something as simple as going and doing like a trivia night. It's like you don't really get time to talk to other trivia groups. It's just like sit down, trivia starts, boom, and there you go.
Do your thing.
So
you want to know how desperate like we've been to try to make friends here? Is that we had to go print out proof of insurance because we had gotten a new car, but I had to get it registered. I needed proof of insurance. For some reason, it wasn't coming up on the little State Farm thing. So I went to the State Farm and I was like, I talked to the lady on the phone. She said a thing would print out here. And the representative there, the rep there was like, oh, I'll print it out for you. Just come to my office. So I did. And as we're talking, oh, yeah, I'm from Chicago. Yeah, we just moved here 3 months ago. I was like, oh, okay, same. We're from Sean. This is how many months away. And I'm looking at his desk. And I'm just like, okay, he has a lot of Star Wars shit. So we started talking about Star Wars. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, thank you for the paper. You know, we had, that was a good combo. Yeah, absolutely. See you around, man. He's not my rep. I'm never going to see him around. He had a very unique name. So I'm talking to Sean about it. I'm just like, yeah, he was pretty cool. Do I ask to be friends with the State Farm guy?
See,
is that weird?
That's the hardest part.
I reach out.
This has happened to me multiple times since we moved to Georgia, right? It's like there's the initial contact, then you get to know the person, and this is all happening. This is like an elevator pitch. It's like you got 3 floors to figure it out, right? And get this person's like information. And it's happened to me so many times where I'll get to like stage 2 where it's like, okay, this person's really cool, we're connecting, whatever. But then you can't, there's no like, you just don't either get each other's information or like you just can't have the confidence to be like, we should hang out sometime. No, it needs to be like, hey, are you free in like a week? Kind of a thing, you know? Because
you got to really seal the deal.
Like it happened to us like one time where we went to go sell. No, when we bought the table that I gave to you, Jesse, the living room table. We went to the person's house and they were playing board games with like a friend group.
Yeah.
And so Erica was talking to them about it and stuff and be like, oh yeah, we just moved here, and they were all transplants too. Everyone in the room was like from other states. And like they really hit it off and stuff, and then the glass on the top of it broke, and we're like, yeah, we'll still take the table, we'll just fix it up ourselves. And so we still took the table. And even as we got to Erica's car, the guy saw like all the Sailor Moon stickers and stuff and was like, we were talking about anime, like everything, and we we even had them on Messenger because we have their like Facebook Messenger stuff. And I think Erica reached out to them once or something like that, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, we're busy with like other stuff or whatever." And then we never sold the deal.
That was kind of it. Yeah.
Yeah, we never got to the final level, and that's happened to us probably like 3 or 4 times where we meet people, like even at like Dragon Con, we've met random people who like we hit it off pretty well, and you can't. It's like you can't.
Oh my God.
Get the last piece of the combination lock.
I feel it.
Yeah.
You're in an escape room and you got 4 out of the 5 clues, but for some reason that 5th clue is just fucked. You can't get it. You know what I mean? It's like it's so hard, dude.
Oh,
and it's so hard to do that specifically not coming off as weird. That's the hardest part.
That's the hard part. Yeah. I had a situation kind of like that. So it was when I was still living in Connecticut, and I was doing I think I was doing DoorDash at the time. Super weird way to meet people, by the way, in general. Because you're just there to drop off food and then leave, right? Yeah. So I go to drop off food, and I think this was early, so it wasn't really even DoorDash. I think it was that private company that I worked for that did like third-party delivery. So we took cash, and they requested to pay cash.
Mm-hmm.
So I pick up the food. I think it was like Buffalo Wild Wings or something like that. It was a whole lot of food. And I get to this guy's house, and they open the door, and it's like 8 people, and they're legit. They're sitting around a table playing D&D.
Nice.
And they've got the minis out, and they've got the models and stuff up to build the maps and everything. And like this is literally this is like their halfway food. You know, like they're taking a break. They've been playing all afternoon. And like I'm waiting for the one girl whose like apartment it is to get the cash. And I'm sitting there and I'm chatting with them, and they're talking about it. And I'm like, oh yeah, I used to play one of these and blah blah blah. And they're like, oh yeah, we play this. I play this. I bonded with one of the guys because we both play barbarians. And then I'm like, she comes back and she's got the money. And she's like, okay, here you go. I got a nice little tip for you and everything. I'm like, all right, cool. If you guys ever need somebody, you got my number. A stand-in. And then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, not for nothing. This would be the 100%. I'm going to put this out there. Do not do this. I am not condoning this sort of behavior. I did not do it. But that thought crosses your mind for a moment, like, I just delivered food to their house. I know where they live. I technically have their phone number. I can just text them and be like, hey, I'm your old delivery guy. Can I play D&D with you? I did not do that.
Thank God.
I did not do that. End of that.
Yeah.
It was so awkward.
It would be super awkward, right? But I'm like,
honey, we got to change the locks.
I was living alone. Yeah. I was alone.
Oh, yeah,
out doing something.
That's weird.
I was playing. What was I playing? I was playing a multiplayer game on the big screen. I don't remember what it was. And dude came to my door, delivered the food. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you so much. He's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah. And then he starts texting me afterward, like 5 minutes later. He's just like, hey, I saw that you were playing this. What do you run? Da da da. And I'm like, this might be innocent, but I'm not gonna respond, obviously. But then he kept messaging.
Yeah. No.
He was just like, oh, if you want to play, gamer tag, this is the level I am. Da da da. I'm just like,
you know what it is?
It's weird, man.
I'm gonna explain it to you guys, and you might not like this explanation, but like, I feel like back in the 90s and early 2000s, before like the internet and stuff, there's so many stories of people who met people in weird situations and became best friends through it. And so there's people out there who still believe that is possible. And honestly, it might be. But so when someone tries it, they're like, what's the worst that can happen? They just say, fuck off. Yeah. And so, and that's what sometimes needs to happen, because we live in a world where there's so little trust between humans. Yeah. Like nowadays, it's just not as possible as it was back then. I mean, even like Erica, I've had this conversation with Erica before where I was like, we were talking about friendships and how to make friends like at conventions. And she was like, yeah, it's so easy. I've met all these people. And Jesse's met a lot of their friends too. They have this huge fucking convention friend group. And we got to talk about it. I was like, yeah, I don't have any convention friends. Like I always went with people and I stayed with my people. And she was like, I don't understand. How did you not like meet anybody? And I was like, well, first off, it's heavily different for a guy to try and meet people at these conventions, because there's a lot of like stereotypes of like guys like talking to women cosplayers specifically and creeping them out and stuff like that. So like you really have to be careful.
Like that.
Yeah, you also have to be like extra careful with shit like that, because I've been to conventions where like I genuinely was just trying to like have a drink with someone or go dancing on the floor with someone or just talk about an anime with someone. And I didn't even attempt to make the contact of like, oh, I should get your number. We should hang out later at this convention. It was always just I'm meeting you for the first time. We're going to hang out and have a good time for an hour. And then you're never going to fucking see me again.
You're never going to see me again. Yeah.
That happened to me like 8 to 10 times at different conventions. Whereas Erica was like, how did you not just become best friends with them like I did with these other 14 people? And I'm like, you know what? We live different lives. I don't know what to tell you. We just live different lives.
Yeah, so. Different experience. But that's the thing that like what happened with mine. Like, I was on that fence and I'm like, I shouldn't do that. I'm not going to do that. That's fucking creepy. Mm-hmm. And I think the only reason in my brain that I was like a hard no was because the house, the apartment, the person who paid me, the person who technically ordered the food was the girl of the apartment. And I'm like, if it were the guy that I was like bonding over being a barbarian with, I might have reached out and been like, hey man, just wanted to see like if you guys need another player, just let me know. I'm just, But because it was not, and like I barely had any interaction with her, I was like, this would be really fucking weird. So I'm going to not do that. and be a decent human being, I'm looking at everybody in the world out there who's watching our video who's thought the same thing and been like, oh, I'm going to do that.
Yeah,
Don't
probably
do it,
not a
man.
good idea.
Don't
And
do
I
it.
felt bad because like I screenshotted like when the guy was texting me, because if it was one text I would have like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, you know, but it was like 4 texts.
Yeah,
And
keep going with it.
I screenshotted, sent to my sister, and she was just like, report him, that's inappropriate, da da da.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all of it,
That's the
none
other
of it
thing
is
too,
about
yeah.
me, all of it is about the game. So I'm just like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna report him because it seems innocent, but also I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't respond back.
I'm
I'm in a
not gonna
relationship. That looks
respond, yeah.
weird.
Not that it
Yeah.
makes any difference before we move on.
Yeah.
Do you know what his age was by any chance in terms of relativity to your age?
Older than me, definitely, but like I wouldn't say like I wouldn't say more than 10.
Mm-hmm. I was actually curious to see if it was like some like newbie like 17-year-old or something. Honestly, I thought see if it's to see how like innocent it might have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, yeah. But yeah, it's tough making friends when you're basically out of college. That's
It
what
is.
And as someone who went back to college for a year, I made a bunch of friends again, and I was like, oh my god, this is the key. The key is just go back to school.
Go back to college. Doesn't matter how old you are.
I'm trying to get off the subject, but I love the subject. Did you see the video of a guy? He had a date like that he went with, or he had a date set up at a local bar, and he went there, and his date didn't show up. But 3 other guys came who were also planning to go on the date with the same girl, and they had found each other, and they're like, "Oh man!" But he's like, and I ended up getting my best friends that 3 night. Do you know? Or my best 3 friends that night. Do you want to know why?
Yeah.
Because I was the girl that stood us up.
What?
And so he had
he
made a fake profile.
catfished a bunch of random dudes.
He catfished 3 dudes, and he already had conversations with them.
Yeah.
So it was just like, hey, bro, I ordered fried pickles from the table. And one was like, dude, I love fried pickles.
It's like, you too?
That's so fucking creepy.
I was just
In like the most wholesome way
Was
possible.
this in an Am I the Asshole Reddit post? Is that what you're telling us right now?
It was an Instagram video that I encountered. And it was just like, I don't know if it's real or not. But that is such like a funny, like, you know, if I was single, would I do that? Of course not. But that's a way.
Jesse, would you be mad if that turned out to be true and you were the guy who, got tricked?
Oh, like if like I was supposed to meet like a girl there, and then it was just some dude who just really wanted to have a friend.
Mm-hmm. You found out like 10 years later.
You created, you find out like a year later, but you now have this.
Oh, like he doesn't just disclose it immediately.
Yeah. It's like in his best man speech at your wedding, he's telling you this basically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that might throw me for a little bit of a loop. I think. I don't know if I'd be into that so much. I mean, damage is done. If we're close enough friends, I might just be like, that's just the way he is.
Yeah.
You know.
Fucking creep. I love you, you fucking creep.
Right? Like at least he's being creepy in a way that's not dangerous.
Yeah.
I think. Kind of. You know. But yeah.
All right, well, moving on. We're going to move on to Steph's 3x3. I have it up right here. And I'm looking at this, and I genuinely have no idea what 8 of these 9 things are.
I see a table.
Yeah. Actually, maybe 7. The first one, the one to the top left, looks like an airport.
Kind of, yeah.
So flying or traveling somewhere would be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So number 1 is airport hell. But it was when I was trying to get to your damn wedding.
Oh.
It's so funny because I was like thinking of the 3x3s. I was like, man, this year's been such a blur. Let me go through my photos, and my phone makes automatic like little albums. So in my screenshots, I have an album of boarding passes. All the blue ones here are all from trying to get to your wedding.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you might not know the whole story, Jesse. I was getting kind of play-by-plays, and she told us afterward. It sounded like a nightmare. Like honestly, I would have given up.
Yeah.
But okay, so yeah, y'all got married on the East Coast. We were in the South. We're trying to get there. We had our tickets already good to go, and then a freak snowstorm happened. I say freak, but I just didn't know about it. I bought it.
Yeah.
Dude, it was a dustin'. Actually, well, it did get pretty bad. I saw multiple crashes.
Yeah, because people.
But it was bad for Georgia, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I had my flight ready to go. We got there at the airport nice and early. And we sit at the thing for like a half hour, and then it says flight canceled, and we're just like, no,
not
sorry,
not
it said
even
flight
delayed.
delayed. It was flight delayed for like 3 hours, and then we waited 2 hours, and it said flight canceled. We're like, no.
That's such
I remember I went up to customer service, and there was this deadpan ass guy who you can tell has been ran through by multiple people already.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, legitimately like, hey, I don't know how this works. My flight got canceled. I'm wondering if there's any way like I can get another flight. And he's just like, do you want to go to LaGuardia? I have a this time flight for LaGuardia. Do you want to go to LaGuardia? And I'm just like, I don't know what LaGuardia is. Like, I'm traveling to unknown territory. I'm looking at Sean. He's just like, I can get you this flight. I was like, I'm trying to figure it out. So I said, I was like, no, let me see.
Did you text me and ask me where LaGuardia was? I feel like I remember this. No?
No, I told you about it because the way he said LaGuardia was just like, it felt threatening. And so, like, we look it up. We're just like, okay, it's this kind of drive. We can rent this kind of car, whatever. Maybe we should take it. Oh, I'm able to change it on my phone. Fuck it. And I changed flights like 3 times that day, and they were all canceled. There were no flights out. So we were at the airport from like 6 a.m. until like maybe 4 p.m., 5 p.m. And we're like, okay, we got a new flight for tomorrow. We're going home. We go home. There's only one grocery store open. It's jank as hell. I get some peppers and ground beef. I make some stuffed peppers. And it's like, okay, bright and early tomorrow, we're doing this again. And so we get to the airport. We get there bright and early. It's like a 6:30 a.m. flight. And like, you sit down, we look at the screen, canceled. We're just like, no, the wedding's today. No. And so we just get transferred from flight to flight. And at this point, I'm giving y'all the play-by-play. Like, I'm texting Matt and Erica, like, hey, this is what's going on. But we finna do it, all right? And if there's a fucking flight out here.
We're getting there.
2 side notes I just want to add. First off, Steph was not the only one we invited from Georgia. We had another couple that we invited, and they basically told us, like, and they're from Georgia. Like, they lived here their whole lives, and they were like, there's snow, we can't leave the house. And I was like, how bad could it be? And mind you, it snowed in Connecticut at my wedding as well, and it was like the lightest dusting. And I sent a picture of that to them, and I was like, is it worse than this? And they were like, no, it's about the same. And they're like, is your wedding canceled? I'm like, no, this is nothing. This is a dusting. What are you talking about?
This is normal.
Yeah. And then the second thing that Steph is forgetting about the story is that she's also pregnant at this time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, very pregnant at this time.
Yeah, this was during like the first few months, so I'm like sick kind of pregnant, like vomiting every day kind of pregnant.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It was I was heavily hormonal. But yeah, we got our flights canceled like multiple times again, and then we finally found one that was going out to the same airport that we had originally scheduled. So we're like, okay, cool, we still got it. And we not only are we changing flights, we keep having to call the place that we rented the car from. Hey, we got to change the time. Hey, this is our new flight number. And thank gosh we had hope, because I was just sitting there. It got delayed like 3 times, and then we landed an hour before the wedding started, and we're like, it's a 40-minute drive.
Oh no!
Whatever we got to do to get through this rental park. Thank God we ended up at the smallest airport in America, because we
Tweed?
Yeah.
No, they didn't go to Tweed.
I don't know what it was. There were like 6 gates. I've never been to an airport this tiny. Okay.
No, they went to Westchester.
We boarded the plane.
Oh, Westchester. Yeah. Okay. The New York one.
Okay, the tiniest one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
We got off the plane, and in 5 minutes, we were already at the rental counter. I was like, I don't know how this worked, but thank gosh that this is the situation I'm in. We got in the car, we put on the Sonic soundtrack, and we got to the wedding like 2 minutes before it started. We didn't get to change. I didn't get to do makeup. We brought fancy coats, and we just tied those bitches up. We're just like, okay, we're ready for our wedding.
Can you do me a favor, Steph, and send me the Sonic soundtrack so I can edit it in later?
I'll send you the song that we were playing. I have a small video that's just, you hear Sonic in the background, and it's just me with the phone going, looking at the time, looking at the road, get away! It's like 10 seconds. But I remember we got to the place, we went in, I don't know anybody. And And I was like, is that Matt? Oh, thank God. And I just tapped your shoulder. I'm like, I'm here.
And we were giving the play-by-play to my in-laws as well, because we told them about you guys, and they were just like, they kept telling us, they're like, how are your friends doing from the airport? Check on them. And we were getting the play-by-play, and we were relaying it because they were like hella worried about you guys as well.
That was so funny too. It's like meeting Erica and your mom for the first time, and they were both just like, oh, "You're Stephanie and Sean." I was like, "How much did they talk about us?"
A lot.
Everybody was just like, "Oh, you were the entertainment of the day." Like none of everyone was telling me that they were thankful that we stressed because it kept your guys' stress away.
Yeah.
That made me. And then I remember when we like went to sit down for the wedding, we were like, okay, let's try to be off view, because we're not in appropriate dress. We didn't know Erica was coming from the direction that we were in, so we were the first people that she thought. We were just like, balls. And she saw, she was like, yay! And I was like, nah.
Yeah, you guys did change though.
Yeah, after the ceremony, we ran through, changed, and came out. My hair was not done, my makeup was not done, but I great fucking wedding. Y'all really threw it down. I had a great time, by the way.
Thank you.
So many after parties. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you can thank Erica for planning 99% of that, I think.
It was sick.
Maybe drop it down to 90% because I'm pretty sure her mom planned the other like 10.
Yeah.
I planned like 0.01%, I think.
I think that's gonna be the longest story of everything, to be honest. Because that was like my story of the year that I relate to all my friends too. Is like, bro, if you want to know what not giving up looks like, look at me.
Yeah, I made it.
Yeah. I made it. All right. So the second photo, baby showers. I say showers because I had 3 baby showers.
Ooh.
I had one in Georgia. That was starting to get thrown by me, but honestly, Erica like took over, and she's like, get the fuck out the way. Okay, thank you. I'm so thankful to her. There was one in Chicago, and then there was one in Florida.
Yep.
So it was just a lot traveling to these. It just became such a big portion of people relaying messages to me and me having to respond back so many times. But I had a great time at each of them. The Chicago one was drama getting back from. Like, that is, like... I feel bad because, like, that's not, like, a favorite thing, but it's, like, a thing that happened that I recognize every time I think about the baby showers, where I got sick from Jollibee, and also our flight was canceled. Again, flights canceled, but back to the airport hell.
You need to start taking trains.
Bro, at this point, I've taken a bus, like a 6-hour bus ride, and it was not this painful.
Try 14,000 hours. I've been on a bus from Connecticut to Michigan before. It is not fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. I just wanted to go to Cedar Point. But yeah, we had to pay like $600 to get back home because we were moving from Georgia to Florida in 3 days, and we were not done packing. And so we missed 3 days. We missed the flight, so now we only had 2 days left. We got the flight in, or we didn't miss it. It was canceled. Then we came in. Then that day I was supposed to be packing. I'm just like, I don't feel good. And once again, I'm pregnant, vomiting, but not the normal vomit, the vomiting like crazy. I had to go to the hospital for dehydration because I got food poisoning from Jollibee. So then I finally felt better the next day. 1 day of packing. We left so much shit in our apartment that I just had to... I went on Facebook and I took pictures of all the large shit, and I was like, take it. Somebody take it. Somebody take it.
Doors unlocked.
The least amount of security deposit I've ever got back. But the 3 baby showers themselves, very fun. Everyone says, oh, you get a year's worth of diapers. It's kind of true. We just ran out when they turned 6 months, so that calculation is accurate when you have 2 babies.
Yeah.
See, and this is why my mom says always go to baby showers with diapers.
Yeah.
So true.
And I said that to Erica, and she was just like, no, we have to get something else. And I was like, I'm telling you, Erica, they're going to want diapers. Like, that's what they're going to want.
Sure, but diapers.
Did I tell you how I bought those diapers as like a side note?
Oh.
I went to buying diapers?
Yes, I went to Walmart by myself to buy diapers for the first time in my life, and I was in the aisle, and it's just like a blitzkrieg of like 30 different styles and types and brands and shit, and I'm just sitting there staring at this wall of diapers being like, I don't know which fucking ones to buy, like, because they're numbered, but I'm like, she might get too many of the 0 to 6s, so maybe I should get the ones that are this size or whatever. And then all of a sudden this lady kind of strolls in with her infant in the cart, and I was like... excuse me, ma'am. I'm going to a baby shower, and I've never bought diapers before in my life. Or for a friend, can you tell me which one you would have liked to get? And she just was like, "Oh, sir," and she pointed to me to the ones that I ended up getting.
Perfect.
I was just like,
love it.
But it was a literal 5 minutes of me in the aisle alone, just staring at this wall of diapers. You know, like, I don't know what to get. Like, what am I supposed to grab?
I will say, so cool thing that Target does if you bring an unopened box of diapers, because they grew out of the zeros a little too fast, and we still had an unopened box of zeros. I was able to bring it to Target, and they let me exchange it for the size that they are now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't even know if I got it from, or if that person got it from Target or not.
Yeah, they don't
as long
care.
as they sell that size box, they'll exchange it.
Yeah,
that's pretty good to know. I'm gonna make a TikTok out of that for the world to know.
The world must know.
Life hack.
All right, moving on. Picture number 3.
Table.
It is a table. It's the first time we've had a dining room in 3 years.
Nice. Hell yeah.
It's so stupid, but it's the simple shit in life, and it's the fact
Little
that
things.
not only is it our dining room, like we have a dining room, but we got a gaming table, and it makes me so.
It's a nice table.
Happy.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I know the last time you guys were in, it warped a little bit, so we couldn't fit the last panel in. My sister's a carpenter, and she visited for the holidays, so she fixed it.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah. It was funny because she visited before. She was like, "Oh, I need this to fix it," and we're like, "Okay, let's see if we could get it." We couldn't get it before she left. And we found out my dad had it in the garage. Like, oh, when I come back for Christmas, ooh, it's on. It's on with that damn table.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, and she fixed it. It closes. So we're back,
awesome.
baby.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm so like board games for some reason became such a big part of our lives when we moved to Georgia. Like for some reason, when we moved away from all our friends, is when we got into the board game life of just like, oh, you need more than 2 people? That's okay. We'll get friends.
Yeah.
I think it's why when you met me, I was in such a mode. I was like, what? You want a friend, bro? What are you doing? You want to be a friend?
Well, because
I need more people to play these games.
I remember
I feel like I was aggressively trying to be friends with people.
This game's not 2-player.
I feel like I was bitching to Steph at one point. I was like, yeah, finding friends at this age is so hard, blah, blah, blah. The whole spiel I just gave 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, and we've tried so many times here, and it just never works out. And that was when you were like, what are you doing this weekend? And I was like, oh, shit, no one's asked me that before. I've asked so many people that, and they're always like, they have 40,000 things they're doing. And I was like, we're doing nothing. Let me just make sure Erica hasn't made plans. And that was it.
He's ranting off to me. I'm just like,
yeah.
I got a new game.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. But yeah, so it feels good to have a place to sit and play board games. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one. One story with Matt, one story with Jesse. Jesse, you took me to Epic. That was
nice.
I took everybody. That's all I got.
Yeah. Nah, it was such an awesome experience, and I was 7 months pregnant at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck. I walked through that entire part.
She made it. She did the whole fucking thing.
By the end, I think it was the last hour. I was definitely like, my feet hurt so much, and making it to the parking lot, I was leaning on Sean.
Yeah.
But
you should have got the scooters, dude.
Worth it. That was completely worth it. Every world was amazing to look at, and I was so thankful that you invited us.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys had a
great
good time
with you and Becky.
Yeah.
You guys went after we went, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have gotten her Erica's mom's scooter, dude.
I don't even know if I was thinking about it, to be honest.
Walking was good for me. I was prepared. I had my mini fan with a mister. Yep. I had my own water. I had my little foot massage thing in the back. I had extra shoes.
Nice.
I was ready. I was ready to be that person.
All I had was
I wasn't ready for all the I wasn't ready for all the because I can't ride the rides. So I would just wait in the family room and play games on my phone until everybody was done. I didn't expect all of my little family rooms drama here and there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Oh my God! Somebody basically got divorced in one of those family rooms in front of everybody, and I was like,
"That's hilarious."
And I'm just here typing this shit
There's some juicy goss going on right now.
Oh my God!
That's too funny.
Yeah,
well, now that you can ride the rides, we're gonna have to try and get you guys to come back at some point.
Please, so. Yeah, we'll put the kids in the family room and we'll take turns.
Yeah, there we go.
Speaking of the kids, the middle one, Ooh, yeah, that's the two. That's the two
Two?
babies.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought
two
this was
babies.
actual Kingdom Hearts too, because
Yeah,
you said you've been playing it for a while, so I thought that's what it was.
No, so I'm attempting to play through Kingdom Hearts 1 right now, and it's such a slow burn, honestly. I just got to Tarzan's world, and I'm just here like, fuck Clayton, bro. Fuck this man and his actual gun shooting a child and a duck and a dog. And another man. Anyway. But no, that's to represent the twins. That's the meme that we used to announce it on Facebook.
Two?
Yeah, but they were born this year, or last year, 2025.
Yep, 2025.
Right? Smack dab in the middle of the year. And it was the chillest, traumatic experience of my life, is how I describe it to everybody. Because I didn't go into labor. I went for a checkup, and they were just like, hey, you should have a birthday. I was like, all right, what are you talking about? And they're explaining everything as to why they should come out today. And I'm like, And the doctor's just like, so we should do a birthday. Points. I was like, oh, today! I was like, what? And me and Sean started laughing. We're just like, all right. So we called the family, and we're just like, yeah, this is happening. I'm sitting in bed, and they're sticking shit at me, and they're like, hey, take this pill, this pill, this pill. I'm just like, all right. I get into the room. They're like, hey, what do you want playing when you're giving birth to your kids? The anesthesia lady, whatever. She's like, I like to play music to keep you guys chill. What do you want? I couldn't think of a damn thing, so I said, the soundtrack to the Transformers 80s cartoon movie.
No, you did not. Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a soundtrack to get birth to.
Oh, there's so much backstory to that. there's so much goddamn backstory to that. The movie that Steph knows by heart basically is like the one line.
I can act out the entire movie.
And I've tested her, and she can.
Give me a seat, I got you. But yeah, so my children were born to Dare by Stan Bush.
Nice.
Best song on the soundtrack, honestly.
We can't take the copyright hit, otherwise I'd play it.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think you could do like 4 seconds, right?
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, and then they were in NICU for a while. We got to bring one home and then the other, and yeah, it's been everything since then. That's my new life, being a twin mom. It's been nice, it's been cool, it's been a lot. It's a lot, but
well, Carol's back in the great state of Florida, so if you need tips for anything, she has raised a pair of twins. Carol's Becky and Erica's mother.
Yeah. I forgot her name. I feel bad.
Yeah, they moved back. They came back in January, like last week. So
no, I remember at the wedding, I asked her so much. I was like, hey. What
yeah. Step one, don't panic.
So the next 3 have to do with helping me keep my sanity while I in motherhood, right?
Is the first one yelling in the car? Do you just go into the car and yell?
So you know how YouTube and like PlayStation, they'll do recaps of your year? My most watched YouTube channel was Dashcam Nation. And the reason that it was Dashcam Nation is because I would get up, I had to feed them and pump every 3 hours. And I did this for 4 months straight until they started okay, now I only get up once during the night and da-da-da-da. Okay? Pumping is boring. And I don't want audio in the room. What can I watch that I don't need volume for? I just watch car crashes. For every time I went to pump, I pumped for like 20 minutes and I just watched car crashes. And then sometimes in the morning I just I don't remember that car crash. Let me see if I can find it. So I put it on the big screen in the morning. And I was like, oh, that's that car crash. That's crazy, bro.
Why don't you just watch the Transformers movie over and over again? You don't need audio for that.
Right?
Yeah. Because my favorite thing about that movie is the soundtrack. Second to Digimon. Shitty movies with the best soundtracks are my favorite.
Yeah.
So yeah, somehow it beat out Smosh, it beat out Neocranium, it beat out Lythero. Yeah, Dashcam Nation, baby. Great for pumping. Great for your milk production.
Wait, is that the thumbnail for Dashcam Nation? Is that what that is?
No, it's just a guy.
Oh, okay. When I looked over at first, I thought it was Scott the Woz, and I was like, I didn't think you watched Scott. And then I was like, look closer, and I was like, oh no, that is not Scott the Woz.
That is generic Google, baby. I got nothing. All right, the next one, what are we on? 7/7 was when I got my chin done. So I feel more confident in life now. I'm kidding. I watched Freerun, guys. Please.
That's what I was hoping it was. Yeah. I was like, you got your chin done.
Freerun became my comfort anime of the year. We had it on the background every time somebody visited. It's nice. I like
Season 2 is coming out this year, right?
So excited. So excited, baby. Let's go.
Season 2. I don't know when, though. I can't remember its date. Its release date. But I can look it up real quick while you talk about it.
I mean, not much to talk about. It being like a post-campaign anime just is such a feel-good fucking thing. Makes you feel like there's life after the campaign.
Post-campaign anime. I have no idea what this anime is. I'm just gonna put that out.
Oh, I'm sorry. So Freerun is an elf who's lived thousands and thousands, or no, I think she's lived 5,000 years is what she said at some point. But yeah, she's old as balls, and she was part of the party that in this universe basically saved the world from the Demon King, right?
Okay. She was Legolas.
And she did it. Got it. She was like, noise.
Well, she's magic user.
Well, yeah.
She's
okay.
mage. Right. And she was at a party with 2 humans, a dwarf, and herself. Okay. And so they...
Sounded like Legolas.
Sorry. Yeah. And so... after they defeat the Demon King, they're like, okay, celebrate. Okay, what's next for us? And she's just like, well, I'm going to go do my own thing. I'll see y'all in 50 years. And they said, okay, bet, I guess.
Well, so basically they were like, they want to see there's like a specific like meteor shower, star shower thing
right. Sorry,
that happens in 50 years. She's like, okay, I'll be back in 50 years and we'll watch it together then. And yeah, and then she meets up with them again. And this is all kind of like episode 1-ish, 2-ish. And then she sees, and then she sees how much they've all aged, especially the leader guy, the actual hero. And it's the first time ever that she's kind of coming to grips with the concept of like not only like people growing old, like people she knows and likes.
I'm gonna outlive all of these people.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what the story's about. It's a mixture of like the past and the present, and how she's dealing with the concept of like basically backtracking through some of her adventures and being like, wow, look at how much things have changed. You know, you see statues of like them and they're like, you look just like the fucking elf hero. How's that even possible? And it's like the statue's all crumbling and shit and stuff because like it's been so long. So she's dealing with that and just with age and life. And it's supposed to be like a really like somber kind of manga, apparently, like a lot of silence in it. And yeah, the anime was just beautiful. It was beautifully like written. It was really well animated. I don't remember which animation studio did it, but they did like a phenomenal job on it. And season 2, for the record, comes out this month, which I did not realize. It is January.
This month? I didn't realize either. That's so exciting.
It says here January 16th is when it comes out.
Oh, fucking that's like next week.
Oh my god, it's so soon. Let's go.
Yeah. So it's coming out real soon. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm questioning if I will watch it right away or wait till everything's out. I'm currently we're trying to get through the Silent Hill remake right now. Yeah, that's what we're playing right now. It's so
the games. Good. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. So fucking good, guys. It's so fucking good. But yeah, so I'm trying to do one thing at a time. We're talking about Silent Hill remake, then the next project is Alan Wake, and then we played the demo for Expedition 33, and it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So French.
Becky loves it. If that helps, I don't know if that helps at all.
What a description! I love it.
Yeah, it's so French.
It's just not of association. It's how do I say this? The ambiance is not something that we are particularly attracted to.
Okay.
Is that right?
Accustomed to?
Right to say?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just
the atmosphere of the game.
The atmosphere is not our cup of tea. Also, all the enemies are shapes, and Sean really doesn't like that.
But it won Best Art Direction.
Yeah. I was like, what if there's a meaning as to why they're shapes? Don't you want to find out? He's like, do I want to pay $40 to do it? It's on sale right now. Maybe you do it. I don't know. Actually, it goes off of sale today, I think. Or the 10th. I can't remember. Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
we'll see. I don't know yet.
I bought Erica's copy on sale for I think about like $40 too, and I was like, yeah, that's a perfect price because I think its normal price is only $50, right?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Or is $40 its normal price?
40 is not
cheaper.
normal.
No,
okay. I think it was $50. It's on the cheaper side for a newer game.
Yeah.
It's technically an indie game, I guess.
Yeah, so there's a few things on the way before I can probably sit down and watch rerun. Also, we got to get back on My Hero. God, there's so much to do.
Yeah, and My Hero Vigilantes just started season 2 like yesterday or a couple days ago. I was recording this, and I will say Vigilantes, I fucking love that show. I'm really
enjoying that as well.
So,
and I haven't read any of the manga for it, so I'm excited to go in blind.
Yeah, I didn't read that manga either.
All right, next one. Good Kid. It's a band.
Oh,
I love it.
Okay.
I love them. They're just like my band of the year, most listened to. They did a cover of the song From the Start, and that's how I discovered them. And then I enjoyed their music. Kind of brings me back to high school, and I'm just like, yes, it's fun. And yeah. And then the last one, it didn't fit into the format circle. It wouldn't show the text, so I just stuck that bitch in there. I mean, what did you do today? Survived. I survived. I feel pretty good because at this point in my life, at the end of the year, I felt like I finally exited survival mode of moving to a new state and suddenly kind of becoming a homeowner and having 2 kids all of a sudden and not having my career, or putting a pause to my career. A lot of emotional turmoil, or I went through a lot of emotional turmoil this year. And I finally feel like at the end of this year, I finally came to like, not every day is me panicking about some aspect of it.
Yeah, that's good.
It's like I'm starting to make plans again. It's like, hey, it's not like, we just started going to restaurants with the kids, and they're able to sit in the high chairs, and we're able to eat a meal for the most part. As long as you have at least one other person there, it helps. But we're trying to go out our way to like bring them out like on the weekends and like go to cafes or go see some sites. And we're talking about, hey, we want to go. We recently bought a flight because we want to go to Chicago to go visit people. We're taking the kids on the flight soon. We're talking about cons that we want to go to. I'm talking about possibly doing a board game like mini side business where I host board game nights and DM on the side kind of stuff.
Hey. If you're into the drive, Adventures on Tap is always looking for new DMs.
That one's a hell of a drive.
It's a bit of a drive, yeah.
Yeah. It's like there's a lot of communities around here, like, because I kind of live in like a suburban part of Florida, where it's just like there's community houses and they're always looking for events. So it's just like I'm thinking maybe I could sneak in and start hosting events for them.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
If I will just throw this out there really quick. If you want me to ask, one of the guys that I'm friends with is on the higher side in the organization, or growing, upward in that organization, as like an event planner and whatnot. And he has mentioned before that they have looked at like expanding towards different major metro areas in Florida, to try and increase the amount of people who are just joining the organization. So if you want, I can reach out to him about, do they want to have people hosting games in Tampa? Because they would bring the player base to you essentially, which would help you find players a little faster and things like that. So,
pin that I do want to talk about that at some point.
Okay.
But yeah, generally, I just kind of feel like I'm moving into this next year with some direction and some confidence, which I haven't felt in like 6 months. So the end of the year was super important to me. Like getting like it only happened in like the last 3 weeks of the year, but like getting that feeling back of like feeling like a person, feeling like I wasn't getting mad at dumb shit, and just because I felt insecure about myself and where I was in life, like, or how I could handle a day, I finally feel like I have a grip on everything again. So I'm excited for this year.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I will say I think 2026 is going to be better. Just in general.
Yeah.
I have a feeling. It's a gut feeling. It's a back in the mind psychic energy wave feeling, but like 2025 was really rough for a lot of things, and I do feel like 26 is going to get better.
Yeah. You told me the last year that was your year was 2020. You had said this year is the year about 2020. You scare me.
Did I say that about 2020? I don't remember that.
Yeah, because you were planning to go adventuring to a new country that year.
That was different reasons though. I thought 2021 was going to be good for me personally because that was the year I was originally planning on asking Erica to marry me. That was the original year I was going to go to Japan. That was the original year that we were thinking about trying to move and buy a house. And then all three of those things sounded really amazing in that year, and then COVID hit and just nuked everything. And so that's why that was external circumstances, man. Like, don't blame me for that shit.
Maybe Matt's just a prophet.
I am.
The opposite prophet.
The opposite prophet.
What is that?
It's gonna be a great year. Tanks. Yeah. Yeah.
And the new Nostradamus. Is that what you're saying? I don't like that. All right, I'm gonna take a quick pause break. I just gotta pee real quick. I've been drinking a gallon of water a day, and it's my bladder. So I'll be right back.
I'm gonna go get cookies.
I'm gonna get a beer.
Yeah, I got milk for my Oreos. I'm kind of sad because I got Pepsi here. And I have bread, but it's not enough Pepsi for the bread.
Nani?
Don't even ask, Jesse.
Yeah.
Don't add it. Don't add it till you try it. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Pepsi and bread?
Yes, it's a thing.
I will. Okay. I'm gonna just do it on stream at some point just to annoy him. But yeah.
You want to try something crazy? Hear me out. A little bit of Pepsi in milk.
You do have that right now.
A little bit of Pepsi in milk, and it tastes like carbonated chocolate milk. It's.
Come on.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if she fucking hates it.
How much?
Fuck, I don't know. Like, I just kind of by feel. No, a little bit more than that.
A half mug.
Yeah, maybe just like a splash.
Trusting you. Trusting you.
I like it, so I fucking
just do it.
That's good. That's good. Give it a little stir around, a little swirl with your fork.
No visible color change.
Might not be enough.
Definitely a smell change.
I just ruined that glass of milk for her.
What the fuck is this?
Is it not bad?
She took a second sip, so it can't be terrible.
Why does that come off chocolatey? That doesn't make sense.
Right.
Why is it not bad?
I know. It's weird, right?
All right. This is the only reason I ever grabbed milk.
Oh, okay. Oreo in the Pepsi milk.
Was tested on. The true test. It changed nothing.
Yeah, okay. I mean, like, you're going to get overwhelming Oreo on that one.
Well, because there's chocolate in the Oreo, so yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll be a great outtake that I will not leave into this, but I'll definitely post it as a TikTok or something. All right, so moving on to the final 3x3 of the night, which is my 3x3. I have it here on screen, as you can all see. Mine is pretty straightforward. I don't really do the memeing part. I remember when we used to do this back in the day, Jesse used to do a lot of his as memes. Me and Erica would be a little more straightforward, and I think Tang would be like 50-50 kind of.
Yeah.
To kind of guess. I'm assuming you guys can kind of tell what at least 8 of the 9 of these are.
I know like 3 of them.
Maybe 7. Oh, that's right. You guys. So, as the audience can see, it was a great year for anime.
Yeah.
Like, I struggled to find, and think about it. Right now there is 1, 2, 3. There's 4 anime on this list, and I was going to cheat. I was talking to Eric about it, and I was like, we were going through all the seasons of anime that came out in 2025, and I was going to just put summer anime, because summer anime is where all of these that are on here were part of, and there's so many more that were amazing. But I decided not to cheat and just to pick out 3 to 4 of them. This list easily could have been a 3x3 of just anime of the summer. Like, it was, and I'll go through them afterward, but like, there is only one kind of meme one, and it is the first one, the top left. I actually almost feel like Jesse might have used this meme in a past 3x3.
It's possible.
And the funny thing is, I showed Erica, and she was like, how did you get a picture of Jesse's wall? Because it looks exactly like the wall behind you.
It really does.
Yeah.
She thought I made this. This is not.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Created by me. This is, and they're video games, not VHS tapes behind him. So
Yeah,
like, this is a meme I found online, and it is to represent something. It is. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. This is kind of. I feel like I had something similar last year. It was Backlog. So that is a picture of, and the reason why he's like, like this, because it's like backlog building plus playing. Because for the first time ever in 2025, I feel like I tackled my backlog the hardest last year. Yeah. Not only did I play a bunch of them, which you can see in a video that will be posted probably after this video, where I go through all the games I played and beat throughout the year of 2025. You'll see that there's a lot of old games. Like a lot of the stuff I played last year, a lot of the stuff I beat last year was not new games. Which is why I didn't vote in the Game Awards this year, because I basically didn't play almost anything that came out last year. I was playing so much of the backlog. But the reason why I chose the Picard looking down frustrated face is because for every like one game I played and or beat, I added like 10 to 15 games to the backlog. It was just like, and I said this in a video too, is like this year, 2026, I'm going to reel it in pretty heavily. I know I do the pickups videos every month, so I will be buying at least something every month for those. Yeah. But I am going to set a price limit and really stick to it this year, because I did not have a price limit and I went ham, especially at the tail end of the year. I don't know what happened, but the tail end of the year, I just like every pickups video, I would like start off the next month and be like, yeah, I'll pick up like one or two things for the next video. And then I'd start filming it and have just the fattest stack of shit. And I was just like, when did I get all this stuff? Where did I get it all? And I'm going through the pickups videos and I'm just like, dude, from like October, which was like my birthday month, all the way till December was just insane. Not to mention when we went to Southeast Game Exchange, that was crazy. I bought way too much shit. So it's like this year I'm going to reel it in a lot heavier, and I'm going to tackle the backlog even more. But that's why I put it on this year. I was almost tempted to get rid of this. Originally, the slot was the Switch 2. You'll notice the Switch 2 is not on my list because I realized quickly that the Switch 2 sucked balls last year. That was a terrible opening year for a console, in my opinion. And I think people who are on this, I think people who are on this podcast who are not here tonight would disagree with me, because I looked at history by 3. I can say right now the Switch 2 is on there. But, I mean, I like the system. I like the upgrades. I like the fact that everything runs a lot smoother, because I played the next one on this list, Hollow Knight, on that system, and it ran beautifully. But the problem is the games that came out last year that were specific to that system was Mario Kart. Wasn't a huge fan of it. Donkey Kong, which I dropped after like a week, but I do want to pick it back up. I didn't drop it because I hated it. I dropped it because of Hollow Knight. And then you had what was the other exclusives? I think the new Zelda game was an exclusive. Kirby Air Riders, both of those I didn't get. And that was it, because Metroid Prime 4 and Guardians of Azuma and Pokemon ZA all came out for both Switch and Switch 2. So they're not exclusives. It just felt like pointless. I was like, you guys really should have had more exclusives year one. And also Mario Kart should not have been the launch title. I heavily disagree with a lot of the internet who's like, it was the perfect launch title. It shouldn't have been the launch title.
And $10 more expensive than every other game that came out.
Yeah. Like
only $10, but like, why?
Yeah. There's no reason that game should have been $80. I don't care if you worked on it for 10 years. Half of the games that come out today were worked on for 10 to 15 years. Yeah. Metroid fucking Prime 4 was worked on for 10 years, and you didn't make that game $80, and that game ended up reviewing like garbage. So it's like, I think Nintendo really needs to sit down and like reel themselves in. I think and hope that 2026 will be an amazing year for them. I think a lot of other stuff are going to come out, and also now that the dev kits are out in full force, you're going to see a lot of ports, which is going to help the system. But 2025 was just not a great year. Plus, my experience getting the Switch 2 was also like rough, so that's why I took it off this list and put the backlog thing in there. But yeah, next up would be Hollow Knight. This game was very frustrating to beat, but I stuck with it, and it really was something I was just obsessively playing for like 2 months, I think it was. And I feel like that game should not have taken me 2 months to play and beat, but it did. So I put it on this list because it was something that like I genuinely was obsessed with throughout this year. So it's fun, but it's hard.
I want to say, like, we had a list of Christmas gifts that we were going to give out to people, and then when we got to December, we realized our funds were like kind of blown out because of all the people visiting. So we were just like, okay, we can't get gifts this year. But for you, the planned gift that I had was a little trophy with a Hollow Knight symbol on it. And like, I did it.
That would have been amazing. I would have laughed so
Expect
hard,
it
dude.
next year. It's gonna be
Next
very
year?
late.
Next year.
Mark my words.
I'll probably
Like,
forget too, and then I'll get it. And I'm like, oh shit, that's right. I beat
yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of, it was fun, but it was very frustrating. That game, and honestly, that is the first Souls-like game I've ever beaten, like, period. And the first Metrovania I've ever beaten. I've never really played a lot of them, so it's a lot of firsts for me. And I'm glad I got to play it on the Switch too, because I think it does lag a little bit on Switch 1. And a game like that, you don't want lagging, like, period. So, like,
oh no.
But yeah, that was, and I do like the game. I like the atmosphere. I like the characters. Will I play Silksong? That's the big question I keep getting asked by a certain someone at work. The answer is, when it comes out physically, maybe I'll probably buy it, but I don't know if I'll play it, honestly, because they say Silksong is like 10 times harder, and I just genuinely don't know if I could even play it, honestly. I think I'll get like an hour in and be like, I can't do this. The jumping is way different. So you never know. Maybe I'll become better at games by then. So next up is where kind of the anime starts to take over, and I have My Hero Vigilantes on here, and I was struggling between My Hero's final season and Vigilantes, but I put Vigilantes because it was so new and fresh. It was still My Hero Academia, but it doesn't really deal with any of the school bullshit, which, I mean, by the end of the series, neither did My Hero. Let's get real here. But like, it didn't deal with any of the school stuff, and it was just 3 characters. All of them were likable characters. The villain in this was like insane. The way they tie in actual My Hero stuff into this show, I won't say too much because I know Steph hasn't watched or read this one. The way they tie certain characters in is just like, oh, that's cool that character's in this show, and that's cool that this character's in this show and doing this thing. And yeah, it's just generally, and you could tell, like, so it's still My Hero. It's, I believe, written and stuff by the same people, but the art style is different. They went more comic book style with it, and the anime, they also do more comic book style with it. And also the opening song for the first season was awesome too. So it's just like, all around, it was a great show, and I was obsessed watching it every week. I remember there was a week where Erica came home from work and she's like, oh, I really don't want to watch anything. And I was like, but Vigilantes came out today, and I waited all day for you to get home. And it's like 9 o'clock at night. And it's 9 o'clock at night. All she wants to do is sleep. And I'm like, please, can we just watch Vigilantes? Like, just at least, because I think it came out on the same day another show came out, and I was like, we could skip that other one, but can we please watch Vigilantes? I've been waiting all day for you to come home so I can watch this damn show.
I'm assuming I don't, but like, is there a certain part of My Hero that I should get to? Like, because once again, like, I read through the manga, but Sean hasn't done it. Sean is only watching the anime, and we're only a certain way through. Is there a certain part I need to get to before I can put on Vigilantes? Is like, oh, do you want to watch My Hero regular or My Hero Vigilantes today?
I'm gonna say no, because there are some of the teachers from My Hero in Vigilantes, but if you've seen season 1, you basically know all the heroes that are gonna appear. So like, that's all you'll and he's watched enough, in my opinion, that he will appreciate the cameos and be like, oh, this is cool that this is here. And I think, I'm trying to think, season, yes, if you've seen at least season, when did they do the tournament arc? Is that 2?
2. Yeah.
Okay, so if you've seen at least through season 2, I would say you'll be fine.
I don't know. Okay, I'll pass the tournament. Yeah, we're way past. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
all right,
I think you guys will enjoy it, because I do genuinely think the characters are fun in this one, and the quirks are kind of fun in this one. So like, it kind of brings back that, like, it kind of reminds me a lot of why I liked the first season so much, only I'm not dealing with, again, high school kids. Now it's like adults and college level kids. You know what I mean? It's like
Crybaby Deku.
Yeah, no Crybaby Deku, thank God. No one in this show cries
Crybaby
like
Deku
that.
made me quit the anime. And then like, I realized how much I loved him, and I went back. But like, yeah, that was very like, ooh.
I feel like there weren't many tropes in this one, which is what I like too, because they don't have that high school like tropey stuff. It's more of like, okay, you've got your main character who has, you know, this quirk, and then like he has this personality. You got the other girl, and the one with the pink hair that you see on the screen, and then you have the guy with the black what is it called? Not do-rag. Bandana over his face, and it's just like, yeah, they're not like stereotypical. It's not like the guy with the, I don't want to give names and stuff away, but the adult in the background, he doesn't just act like Bakugo. He's not just like angry all the fucking time. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of start off, they already have like real personalities. They don't have to grow into them because they're not high school kids. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I feel like with My Hero, they were all high school kids. They were kind of growing into personalities for the most part. There were some kids who never change, obviously, but like a lot of them, they get character growth. And in this one, I feel like everyone already went through their character growth arcs. So you're kind of just seeing a good fun time with the vigilantes, with also a weirdly serious story that gets really like sad really quickly. So that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Do I want tier porn? I don't know if I want that.
I will say
know that was on the way.
Genuinely, this year for anime, that kept happening a lot. Where there were shows where it was like, oh, this is a fun romp, and then there's one episode that the whole internet's talking about, and it's like the saddest episode of any anime ever, until the next show does it again. You're like, did they have a meeting, like a backroom meeting within the anime industry, where it's like, bring us at least one sad episode. Like, we need to bring it the down. We have to bring it down. Because even Freerun had a couple sad episodes. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
Does anything?
It has the somber feel the whole time though. So to be fair on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything beat Ash Ketchum releasing Butterfree? I mean,
I feel like every show has a Butterfree
brutal
moment. That's
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that was kind of like the start, in my opinion. I don't watch a lot of anime, but to me, like I watched that and I'm like, what the fuck were they thinking?
I will say yes. Honestly, a lot of these shows have a moment where you're like, oh, why would they put this in a show like this? Because like
I'm a grown ass man and I'm crying.
The show is supposed to be like, you know, fun, like Pokemon. It's supposed to be a fun show, and then all of a sudden he gives away Butterfree and he's crying on screen, and you're like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be a big boy and I'm not gonna cry.
No, Butterfree, stay.
Yeah, it's like Butterfree just gave up Ash for Tail. Let's get real here, gentlemen. Like,
yeah.
he went. Butterfree betrayed the 100%, boys.
100%. Was like, yeah, but this chick over here.
But she's pink, guys. She's pink. I gotta go.
I got a shiny girlfriend.
Yeah. Caterpies have to be made. Anyway, so and so next up was another anime. It was called Secrets of the Silent Witch. And now this one, when you first see it, you kind of look at it and you're like, oh, this looks like a cute wizard, like probably cute girls do cute things kind of an anime. And it was another one that kind of took me by surprise. Like I wasn't expecting it to be good. I think I watched it kind of on a whim because the animation was pretty good. And I will say the little cat character on her head, best character in the show. Like I love that little cat. It's fucking
Aren't
amazing.
they always?
Not always. Sometimes they're annoying.
I've seen Sailor Moon.
Yeah. Sometimes they can be annoying, the animal sidekicks. But like, no, this one, genuinely, like the show is basically about a girl who is so ultra shy that in order to use magic in this world that you normally have to cast with like a long ass spell, she developed a way to just not speak and cast the spells anyway.
Okay.
And so they make her one of like the wizard saints basically of this world. So she's like one of the top dogs, but no one knows what she looks like because she's always so shy. She keeps like a hood over her face and stuff. And so they basically sent her undercover at like a magic academy to guard like an important person. And now she's dealing with the fact that she's back in school and has to make friends and has to talk to people while also hiding her identity and protecting this person. So
it was like anime 21 Jump Street.
Kind of, yeah. With magic.
With a cat.
With a cat, yeah.
With a cute cat and magic.
Yeah.
My cat looks like Sumi.
But yeah, it's cute. It's a cute show. I enjoyed it a lot. This was another show that, like, again, this is going to be the theme of all these shows where it was like week to week. It was another one where every time, you know, we would get home, we'd be like, oh, Silent Witch is out. Let's watch it. Like, we have to watch it every week. Because I didn't want to get spoiled on anything. I wanted to watch it real quickly. Not that any of these shows really had heavy spoilers, thankfully, online. So yeah, that was just another anime. And again, like I said, I could put this whole list could be anime, but I tried really hard. Every time I do these 3x3s, I try to take at least one thing from each hobby or interest of mine. And it was tough this year because I really didn't listen to a lot of music this year. I really didn't do like some of the hobbies I meant to do. Like I wanted to make more battle jackets and cosplays this year. Didn't even touch that shit. I didn't go to any conventions basically. So
how many minis did you paint?
So I started the year really strong. I think I painted because my goal was to paint one mini a month, and I think I got all the way till April or May before I stopped. So, and one of those months I painted like 3 minis at once. They were all small ones, but like I just wanted to try and get something. Yeah. So, but unfortunately, and this year I do have miniature goals there in my video. You can go watch that if you want. But yeah,
goals. Wow.
Yeah, I've told Erica too, like this year if I don't paint a certain amount of minis, I think it's gonna be time to start selling off a bunch of stuff. I think it's
I thought you were like, just divorce me already.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Up the stakes, man. You gotta keep yourself motivated.
But yeah, no, I think overall it's basically 12 minis for the year. Not to do it once a month, but just in general being like, these are the minis I want to work on.
Yeah.
If I can get enough of them done, then I'll stay in the game. But I think it is time. I've been looking at those minis for a long time, and I'm like, you know what? It may be time to just get rid of them because I'm not using them. I'm not painting them, and they're just taking up way too much space. So yeah, we'll see about that. But yeah, going on to the next one is kind of obvious. It's YouTube. Just YouTube creation and like the podcast. I was going to do like a 50-50 split of both of them, but just generally I feel like when I quit streaming back in, what was it, like May? It was like May when I quit streaming, I think.
Yeah.
I even before that I started diving into YouTube stuff, and then when I quit streaming, I could put more time into YouTube, and I've just been really enjoying it. Weirdly enough, like making videos is kind of fun. Editing them is here or there, you know, sometimes I feel like it's a little bit of a slog. Most of the time I just wish I had better skills and better knowledge on how to do some of this stuff because I have like a good vision in my head, but I don't know how to like put it on paper or digitally, if you will. So like, it's a work in progress, and it was kind of inadvertently my new hobby of the year. And it really was like pretty obsessively doing it. And honestly, especially these last couple of months, I've been doing almost weekly videos, like not even on purpose. It just so happens that like a big example is I did a Real Talk review on Dungeon Meshi, the manga. I had that shit filmed and edited back in June, and I didn't post it until November just because like I was waiting for the right time to post it, and the right time never showed up. And then finally I was like, I just need to get the shit out because every YouTuber you ever talk to will tell you the same piece of advice. If you want to do YouTube, just put shit out. Whether you think it's good or not, don't care. Just put it out because you'll never get better unless you keep just knocking stuff out.
No, I mean, that's fair.
And so even though I didn't love how I filmed that Real Talk review, I was like, it is time. It needs to go out. It needs to be published. And hopefully I'll learn from this for the next time I do a manga review that it'll be better next time. So, but yeah, that's just been something I've been like obsessively doing. I will say even going forward, I have like a backlog of videos that are just coming out. Like every week in January is going to have a video. I think almost every week in February will also have a video depending on a few factors. Like, it's a lot of shit coming out, you know?
I mean, I would definitely love to start making some more videos. So I would love to start making some solo videos, I think would be nice. But the time right now is just so rough with work and everything. I'm hoping this year, since we've gotten everything open and now it's just maintaining, maybe I can find a schedule that stays fairly consistent.
And that's the beautiful thing about YouTube that I like over Twitch is where like Twitch streaming, it was like, it really is just beaten into you that you have to be consistent. You have to have a schedule of some kind. With YouTube, you can create backlogs. You know, I mean, I can't, like, for example, for January, I have, not including this video right now, back in December, I already had filmed like 2 January videos, and then now I filmed like 2 more. They're all edited. They're all up already on the YouTube in the back end, just waiting to be published. Like, it's all set up already, and I was able to do that pretty easily because when you do like kind of off the cuff, like not really super edited content like I'm doing, it's pretty easy to just, you know, make a video up and edit it really quickly, small editing style. And maybe that'll get harder over time when I start getting better at editing. But right now I can knock out a video in like 2 hours. So like when you're staying up late till 5 a.m. and you don't know what to do, you could just film something, knock it out, and just
I guess that is true.
And just save it in a backlog, you know what I mean? And then when you're ready to start doing YouTube, you could just start like piecing them out, being like, all right, I'm going to put videos out every week or every other week or whatever your schedule may be. So, and the podcast has been great too, because like one, it gives me an excuse to, you know, force you guys to hang out with me for a couple hours, and then I edit it for a few hours, and then I get a video out of it, you know. And if I'm fortunate enough to really work on it, I can maybe even get some TikToks and shit out of it, but that's to be seen. Because I meant to do a couple TikToks in December, but with the holidays I had no time to go through that 4-hour video and take stuff out of it, you know. So it was tough, but yeah, that's been kind of a big thing this year. And the next one that I have up is it says Pantera. That is a specific poster for a concert I went to where I actually bought this t-shirt.
Nice.
Where I went to go see Pantera and Amon Amarth down in Jones Beach, in New York, which is one of my favorite venues to go to. I love Jones Beach. My friends and I went. We tailgated for a little bit in the parking lot, and we went in. We had such a blast. And kind of the story behind that too is it's not just the Pantera concert. It's also the fact that that was the weekend that Ozzy Osbourne died. And so or it was like the week after that he had died. And so like a lot of people were still grieving pretty heavily. The people of this show were grieving very heavily, and they almost canceled this show. They actually canceled the next 3 after this one to go like grieve and stuff. And this was like the last show. And my friend told me too, he was like, dude, they might cancel this show too, because the guy, you know, Zach Wilde, who was playing guitar for Pantera, he was saying how, like, you know, him and Ozzy were really close friends. Yeah, him and Ozzy were extremely close friends. So like he was really devastated by it and stuff. And so but for some reason they canceled the shows after this one. I don't know why they kept the Jones Beach show, but I was happy because, you know, I already had the flight. So I went through my own little mini pocket of airplane nightmare to get there, but I ended up making it there. I went to the gym with my best friend, and then we went to the show and just had a fucking blast, dude. It was, and just the show in general, because the lead singer for Pantera, Phil Anselmo, like over the years his voice has gotten kind of shitty because it is kind of like very vocally like destructive, but he's gone through like, you know, training and stuff and bring it back. So we didn't know how he was going to sound. We thought he might not be good. Because we've seen him in the past for a different band, if I remember correctly, and he wasn't really the greatest when we saw him. But this time around, he was amazing. Like, I don't know what he did to fix his voice and stuff, but he was great. And then obviously Amon Amarth, that shit is always great. I love the show they put on with, you know, they bring on like the big props. And this time around, they actually had people dressed up in like actual Viking gear, like fighting on stage and shit. So it was pretty sick.
I really want to see them this year.
Yeah.
That's all my goals.
There is a really good Amon Amarth concert this year that I know me and Jesse are looking going to. We got to talk about that this weekend maybe.
We do.
And try and plan that out. So, but yeah, that was just a great show. And again, it just happened at a time where, again, we were all grieving for Ozzy as well. And I actually broke one of my rings at that concert, if you can believe that.
Oh, really?
I bought this like ring at like a Native American kind of style shop. It was made out of some stone. And we were just like banging on the guardrails, and all of a sudden out of nowhere I like banged on it, and I felt something weird, and I looked, like I just flipped my hand like this, and I saw the crack, and it just snapped right in half, and I was like, oh, good thing that ring only costs like $10.
Yeah.
But have you ever told you that your hands have always reminded me of Roxas's hand?
Roxas's hands? How? Why?
Like, look how many rings you got. Look up a picture of Roxas's hands at some point.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I mean, I don't know. And the funny thing is, like, because I work in a place where we wear gloves and stuff, like I don't wear my rings. Also because I have to, and it's not even the glove thing. It's more so washing my hands. I always take my rings off, and I think at work I wash my hands like fucking 12 to 15 times a day. So like I don't want to have to sit
wear
here.
Gloves.
And well, not even just that. Just like every time I go to the bathroom, every time I go out to eat, even if I wore gloves. When I go to lunch and breakfast and stuff, like I'm still gonna wash my hands because the sweat from the gloves and stuff. So
hands
like,
taste like latex or whatever.
Yeah. So that's why it's like, you know, I wash them too much for that. But like, because you watch like old timey shows like NCIS and stuff, and they have like the goth chick that wears all her rings and wears gloves over them. Like it's possible, people do it. It's just that like, I don't know, wearing jewelry at work just always felt like a little weird to me for some reason. I don't know. I don't even know why. Because even when I was back in college, like when I was in chem class, I was wearing, you know, rings and necklaces and shit like that. Like it was nothing. So the next one on the bottom left for me is a new anime called Gachiakuda, or Gachiakuda, some people call it. I'm not really sure the proper way to say it, but it's a really sick, like stylized anime. And that's why I put it on this list, because this one might be my anime of the year for sure. Like this one is like the best anime that came out in 2025. And it reminds me, style-wise, it reminds me a lot of Soul Eater, which I loved a lot, and I wish they'd bring back, where it just had that thick lines and like really unique art style. The artist herself is very like getting a lot of attention, because when you look at her and then you look at the manga, you're like, oh, of course she fucking drew this. Like, look at her, she oozes style, you know what I mean? And like every character in this, it's one of those where like, it's that uniform kind of anime where like they're all wearing the same uniform technically, but every single one is so dramatically different that it's like, wow, they thought of all these details, all this cool stuff. And basically what the anime is pretty much about is there's like a society of like super clean, ultra rich people. And then like there's a wall that divides them from people who are lower class, and they get kind of the scraps. But in this world, garbage is seen as super unclean, and your main character likes to like fix things up and recycle. Basically, that's like his thing. So he likes to go into the rich area, steal their garbage, because it's like it's a stuffed animal with a tiny rip in it. He can just sew that up and it's fine. But to them, it's just like, oh no, that's useless now. Get something else.
Yeah, it's damaged.
And so something happens, and basically he gets banished. And you find out that this world that they're in is just kind of like a floating island. And he gets thrown off the side as his like banishment. So, and that's where they throw all their garbage. So like they throw him out pretty much, and he survives the fall, which we haven't found out why he survived the fall yet. I think that's part of the mystery of the show. But he survives the fall, and he realizes at the bottom is a whole nother society of people who live in the trash that the upper people are throwing down.
Okay.
And it's so bad that it's creating trash monsters, like trash beasts. That are basically defeated by people called, what are they called?
Garbage men.
No, that would be funny, but no. There's a name for them. I can't remember what they're called, but they're basically people who have such an attachment to an item that they imbue it with like powers, and it becomes like a weapon, and they use that to defeat the trash beast, basically. And,
Zatch Bell.
Kind of Zatch Belly.
Kind of like Zatch Belly, yeah.
And so then you find out that this guy becomes
anime.
Yeah, this guy becomes one, and he's like a special one, and yada yada yada. But basically, it's like a really unique show, really interesting premise, like the characters, their powers, and there's a lot of twists and turns. Obviously, it's really sad in the beginning because, like, you know, he's kind of making a friend, things are going happy, and then like, boom, shit happens. He gets blamed for it, and they toss him off the side, and it's just like, what the fuck? So like, it's crazy. It's a crazy show. And yeah, and the music, honestly, which is what I showed you, Jesse, if you remember one of the anime openings I showed you.
Yeah.
The one that had that like industrial metal sound to it, that's this show. And so the opening is fantastic. The opening for part 2 is actually done by a VTuber, if I remember correctly. Mori Calliope, I think is her name. I also showed you that one too, the music for that one, and that again, sick openers. So, yeah, I love that show. That's definitely show of the year for me, easily. And then also came out in the summer of 2025. And next, it almost makes me want to read the manga. I am tempted to read the manga, but because the next season I think is slated for 2027, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit for it.
That's a wait.
Yeah, it happens. But it also just ended its season like 3 weeks ago, so like need some time. But and then obviously the next one, which yes, it did make it to the list, guys. I did get married this year. I did,
second to last.
One of these rings right here. I did get married this year. And, I don't really have to say too much, thankfully, because Steph also had it on her list that she came to the wedding. But yeah, it was just a crazy time, honestly. Like
it was
a lot of fun. I'm glad everything turned out well. We did have some bumps along the road, which every wedding does. But the major one, honestly, was just the fact that I literally didn't sleep the night before. Like zero. I think I got 0 hours.
I did not either. Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
Yeah. I think I got 0 hours of sleep, and then I like somehow adrenaline through a lot of it, and then luckily one of my groomsmen had a Red Bull that we put into a champagne glass, and we drank like fancy gentlemen. and yeah, it was just crazy. It was just a crazy time. And then I had such a like massive headache near the end of it that they were like dumping out all the water things into like this giant garbage can. And I just like grabbed one of the pitchers of water and just like dumped it on my head into the garbage can. Instantly relieved, dude. I should have did that hours beforehand.
I have a picture of you on the bus ride back.
I look like hell.
Like he was like basically sleeping sitting upright. I'll send the picture to you because I was looking through my photos before and I was like,
send me the picture. It was rough, dude. And the fucked up part too is we had like an after party. We had people coming in from out of town and stuff, and I really wanted to hang out with people too. And I was so dead at that point. I think I ended up going to bed around like midnight, and my original plan was to stay up till like 2-3 a.m. with all my friends and stuff. And it was just like at one point I was just like you said, I was just dead in the water. And I looked at my friends. I was like, guys, I'm sorry, but I have to go to bed. I'm so exhausted.
We
And
made
I
it
stayed up
in for
for
that
you.
part.
Yeah.
No, because I remember after the wedding, we said, "Oh yeah, we gotta go back. We still gotta check into our hotel." I'm still pregnant. I gotta go vomit. So I'll be back, you know. And you're always like, "Oh, you're gonna come to the after party?" It's like, "Yeah, well, think about it. We got to the hotel. We're eating like the food, some of the food that you guys saved for us, because we were supposed to go to the pre-party.
Yeah.
And your family put together a plate for us, like
Yeah.
like 3
Yeah.
plates for us worth of Puerto Rican food, and I was like, blessed, blessed.
I told them, I was
So
like,
that-
hey, they can't make it to the pre-party. I was like, can you make sure to save at least some for Steph and Sean before everyone eats it all? And then my mom was like, yeah, of course. And so they made up a couple plates for you guys.
Yeah, I felt like I got VIP treatment at your wedding for real, because I got food, and then like it was funny because when you introduced me to some of your friends, that I was just like, they're just like, hi, this is Stephanie, da da da, and they're like, oh, this is Bubble Mouse, oh, Bubble Mouse. I was like, oh,
Okay.
oh, that's right, I have met you.
Can I say this, because I like at the I think it was at the reception when I first managed to actually bump into you, was like getting a drink at the reception. And I remember this because you came up to me and you're like, hey, Jesse, and I was like, hey. Took me a solid 5 minutes to realize who you were, because I had met you in person one time, I think, before that.
Right.
But like I knew the voice, and I was like, why does that voice sound so familiar? And then it just kind of clicked, and I was like, oh shit, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I beat her ass in Doomlings. That's
Yeah,
right.
it was one of those moments. But I mean, you know, like the rest of everybody, I was so drunk. It was great.
Yeah, I was pretty drunk. And I pre-warned Erica and her entire family. I was like, listen, if you want me to have an actual like in-person wedding, I'm going to have to be blasted. And they thought I was joking for like years. They're like, yeah, he won't get that drunk. And then Erica told her sister, she was like, no, he's going to get fucked up. And she was like, all right. She sat me down. She's like, listen, I understand, but you need to be at least sober enough to get through the ceremony. And I was like, I will be, but just know that like, especially in the after parts, like in the actual like party part, like I will be like at least 5 or 6 whiskeys
gone.
deep, which thankfully
and I remember you dumping that ice water on your face too. That was
dude, I had such a headache. It was actually at that point felt like it was throbbing like Megamind style out of the fucking front of my head. And that ice water was like perfection. It was amazing. You know, I'm glad that we got most of the songs we wanted to play, because he really we gave him a list of like 80 songs. He only ended up playing probably like maybe 40 of them. And if he had played the rest of that playlist, things would have been a little crazier, I will say, because we had a bunch of anime openers on there. He didn't play any of them. We had more metal stuff that we told him wait till the end of the night and then play these like basically 15 metal songs. I think he played 5 of them. And he did pick a good 5 at least, I will say.
It was a good end towards the night for sure.
Yeah. And so like it was crazy. We did get a little annoyed because we felt like he was playing some of the best hits while people were eating, and we're like, dudes, you should have played the garbage songs that we gave you so that people could sit and eat.
Right.
I have not been to a wedding where we were not like the groom and bride were like, man, the DJ, come on, man, you didn't have to do it like that. But my wedding for sure. He fucked up my wedding. He fucked up my first dance song, dude.
I remember you telling me that.
Oh, that's bad.
Did the wrong version, and we didn't notice until halfway through dancing because there was a choreographed dance.
Yeah.
And we did the most awkward like look at each other, just like, this isn't the right version. All right,
This doesn't match.
Spin! Yay!
That's exactly what Becky and I did. We thought about like doing a whole choreographed dance, and then at the end of it, we were like, you know what? We're just gonna do the normal dance, and then at the end, I'm just gonna twirl you, and that we're gonna call it.
Yeah. Steph, I think, brought it up for us, and Erica was like, do you want to do choreographed? And I was like, no. It's like not gonna happen. Again, especially after your horror story, I was like, absolutely not.
I was
another
so
moving part?
Sean,
No, thank you.
Sean agreed to it because I was like, "Oh, we should do a choreographed dance." And he said, "Oh yeah, let's do it." I was like, "Huh?" Because he's an introvert. So he goes, yes. I was like, "Oh, yes."
Yeah.
And then when the guy played the version, I remember I was like,
yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
That reminds me of like.
I'll
say this one last story about the wedding, and then I'll move on to the last thing. But like that reminds me of when I did the dance with my mom, and you know we picked a song and everything, which was sentimental to us. And we danced and we were going, and my mom looks at me, she's like, how do we know when to stop? And I was like, oh, just nod to him. And he said, when you nod, he'll stop. And immediately, she couldn't have nodded any faster. And she was just like,
yeah.
yep.
Like,
and then he just like immediately went into like, okay. And that was the first dance from, Matt and his mom or whatever. And I was just like, damn, mom. And she's like, it's already been a minute. What do you want from me? Like,
I see where you get your introvertism from.
Funny enough, my mom is not introverted. I think just at that moment she was just like, okay, we've been up here for quite a long time. She's used to it being only like supposed to be only like a 30-second thing, and it was already after 30 seconds. She's like, what are we still doing up here?
That's so funny because Sean's mom was the complete opposite. We told him, oh yeah, let it play for like 45 seconds to like a minute, and then cut it off. And she was complaining to us after. That part he did right. She's complaining to us after. Like, he didn't let the song play. It's like we wanted a really specific. She said, I wanted to get to this part because it's so beautiful. And da-da-da. I was like, I love you, mama-in-law. That was a 5-minute song.
Yeah.
I will say, too.
I think my mom was just happy to be there.
Yeah. I will say, too, like with the song choices, going back to the dinner part, I did have an idea in mind. There is a Symphony X song that's like 24 minutes long. And I was going to give him that originally and be like, just play this during the eating part. Because it's mostly instrumental anyway. And I was like, and that way, you have it low enough where people can kind of feel the ambiance, but at least no one will be wanting to get up and dance. Because it's not a dancing song. It's just like kind of ambiance. But then he just started playing like Michael Jackson and all the fucking like songs that everyone like wants.
Honestly, there were some
Queen
fucking bangers. And I was like, bro.
Yeah.
He was playing like Queen. I'm like, why would you play Queen while people are trying to eat? What are you doing, bro?
Yeah,
like,
Queen is not a song you play with full mouths.
Yeah. Like, so people were getting up and dancing and weren't eating, and I felt bad because I was like, I mean, shit, luckily I didn't have to go up and do anything. Like the person, I don't remember what their name is, but the person that like is in like your connection to the venue.
Yeah, the event coordinator, the wedding coordinator.
She gave us all our plates of food, so I didn't have to get up and get anything. And then it was just there. She gave me a little piece of everything, and then my drink was never even half empty, so I never went to the bar. Yeah. Erica kept telling me all these amazing things she did at the bar. I was like, why'd you go to the bar? Yeah. Like I didn't have to go because every time my drink was even a third done, another one would magically appear, and I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? Because before the wedding, she asked me, she was like, what's your favorite 2 drinks? And I told her, just do whiskey and Coke or rum and Coke. And she's like, bet, I'll get them for you.
Got it.
And then every like 5 minutes, she's like, oh, you need another whiskey and Coke? You're looking a little low. And I'm like, well, this is half full, but I'll dual fist if you want me to. And so like, that's why I can't even tell you how many I had, because legitimately the number has to be more than 10. It has to be. And that's just the whiskey and Coke. That's not including the other
that's the service
drinks
I'm looking for, though. Come on, baby.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy. It's crazy time. But yeah, I mean, even at my best friend's wedding when I was his best man, it was the same thing. I was like, if you want me to do a best man speech, I cannot be sober for that. I want you to understand this. And he was like, yeah, sure, dude, whatever.
Yeah.
He said that not realizing that, again, and that was back in my heavy drinking days. I think I did count, and I lost count around like 15 or 16 drinks. Like it was insane.
Oh, dude.
Within the first like 5 hours of the day, because I was like, I have to be plastered. And then I went up and gave apparently the best speech of my life that I don't remember. And then I sat back down and had a great time.
So, there's a sweet spot. There's a sweet spot for best man speech and alcohol. And sometimes you hit it and sometimes you miss it. I went to a wedding once. I will say this, best man, fucking plastered. Eyes were barely open during the speech. But he was also like a very introverted person. So like him being in front, there was a lot of people. It was a huge wedding at like a country club. I
feel for him.
I think both families were actually pretty wealthy. So it was this big country club, whole big thing. Not the worst speech of the night. Worst speech of the night came afterwards with the father of the bride.
Oh, you did.
I think we told you about this. Yeah. Father of the bride, 30 minutes, easily 30 minutes. Involved actors who surprised the wedding event. Like father planned this because he was like the head of some theater in Stamford, Connecticut, or some really wealthy place, and all of a sudden, like, he's doing his speech. Part of the speech is in French. And then all of a sudden, the doors burst open and there are these actresses with, like, black angel wings, only speaking French. And we're all looking around like, what the fuck is happening right now? Meanwhile, like, bride at the table with the husband, face beat red with anger. You could see the steam coming off of her. No, but you could see the steam. Like it was a beautiful wedding, beautiful ceremony, beautiful everything. And then the father came in and was just like, "This is me. This is mine. I'm doing this. This is mine."
Oh,
It was fucking weird, man.
it's one of those things like I read stories like this on Reddit, and I'm just like, some of these have to be made up. Yeah. That's definitely what I would assume. No. It was like, Father, you would definitely ask the bride if you could take over 30 fucking minutes of the wedding and fuck with the itinerary.
No idea.
Oh, upset if anybody mess with my fucking schedule.
Yeah.
She had no idea it was going to happen at all. And he was just like, he was up there talking and talking and talking. And then all of a sudden the doors burst open and people are yelling in French and they're coming down the stairs. And it was just it was a weird fucking tonal shift for the night.
And speaking of tonal shifts,
the
last thing on my 3x3 and I purposely put these two things next to each other because it was like a super ultra happy moment, and then you can see next to it is a little anime girl crying. That is the show Taco P's Original Sin, which is probably the most like devastating show I've ever watched in my life. It was only 6 or 8 episodes, I can't remember. It wasn't like a full season. And it was just from start to finish, just like crazy. It just
told me, do you want to be devastated?
Yeah, everything bad that could happen to children basically happened in this show. It's like legitimately, it was bad.
Oh my god,
it was really bad. But like, it was so I don't know. It was so like weirdly heart wrenching, and just like I wanted to keep watching it. So like I watched every episode, and it was one of those things where bad things were happening, like a lot of like like abuse in terms of like physical violence and stuff, but it didn't do the typical anime stuff where they usually cut away and just do like, a scream or like whatever.
You were telling me about this.
Yeah. It shows
like bullying
everything.
Scenes and shit. Yeah.
It like shows everything. And that's what made it so like gut wrenching. And I said this to Erica, I was like, you cannot watch this show. Like period. You're not allowed to watch this show because it will make you spiral. And also I remember the first, I think I made a little like whatever they're called on Bluesky, where I said I watched the first episode. I've never had a show actually make me feel sick before like that.
Yeah.
Because like the bullying was so intense, it gave me like literal flashbacks to like when I was bullied as a kid. And I was just like, oh my God, that's horrifying. But it was just, I couldn't stop watching it. And like every week when it came out, I was like, I have to find out what happened next. And a small part of me wants to rewatch it now that I can like binge through the whole thing at once. But from start to finish, it was, I hate to say it, it was a great anime, but it is not for everyone. And I highly recommend that if you are not okay with like stuff like that, don't watch this shit because it is bad. It's like I think I said every type of like thing that could happen to a kid that's bad, it's set for like the worst one. There's no like sexual violence in it, but there is like parental abuse in it. There is like teachers ignoring you. There is like the whole helicopter mom scenario is in it. There's and then there's
straight up bullying,
and then straight up bullying, death, like everything. It's just like throughout the show. It's
trigger warning the anime.
Pretty much, yeah. And like and it felt like it came out of nowhere because no one really had heard of this at all until the show came out, and then everyone was talking about the first episode, being like, "Oh my God, I can't believe they showed that in the first episode! Like, it's insane." And I don't even want to say what it is because it's just like, again, it's such a short show. I don't want to like ruin anything, but it's just like, but the main premise basically is there's an alien. His name is Taco P. He's a little octopus-looking guy. He comes down to Earth, and his goal is to make people happy because he comes from the happy planet. And so he has these little tools that can make you fly or make you have like make up with friends or like whatever. But he has one thing that's a camera, and he can go back in time to whenever that picture was taken when he takes a camera picture. So it's like a Polaroid. And so when something devastatingly bad happens to the girl in this photo, he's like, oh, I can fix it. I can make her happy. And so he keeps going back in time, trying to make it better. But every time he changes something, it butterfly effects into something worse.
Yeah.
Until he can't go back in time anymore. And then it's like, fuck, now I have to deal with the consequences of everything that's happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's insane. It's intense and it's insane. And it was another summer 2025 anime. So
I feel like it gave you the same feeling as when I watched Neon Neon Evangelion for the first time, where it's just like I had told you, it's just like this is not an anime I would ever recommend to anybody because of the mind fuckery that you go through. But if I find someone who has watched it, I want to talk about it so bad.
I still want to watch it. I still got to sit down and watch that at some point. But yeah. And I just wanted to before I end the 3x3s, I wanted to tell you this is why I wanted to put summer anime on here instead, because this is all the shows that I watched and loved basically that could easily have taken a slot. And that was My Hero Vigilantes, Takopi's Original Sin, Gachi Akata, Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Dandadan Season 2, Blue Exorcist, The Blue Saga Night, Secret of the Silent Witch, The 100 Girlfriends That Really Love You Season 2, Sakamoto Days Season 2, Cleavitus, Ranma 1/2 Season 2, Devil May Cry, The Water Magician, Shield Hero Season 4, Sword of the Demon Hunter, ReZero Season 3 Part 2, and My Dress Up Darling Season 2 were all summer anime. Like, I basically did nothing this summer but watch anime because everything was so goddamn good.
Summer anime girl era.
There was a couple of those that I heard you laugh at one of them. So, okay, so that show that you laughed at, I watched it at first because someone was talking about it online and it looked funny. And then I watched the first episode and I was like, oh no, this is funny. And so I kept watching it because it was already out. Like, season 1 was already done and I was halfway through season 2, so I was catching up. And at one point, I think Erica caught me watching a little bit of it, and she's like, what the fuck are you watching? And I was like, this show is hysterical, and I'm going to force you to watch it one day. But it is, like, the dumbest premise ever. So, like...
Sakamoto Days is the same person that did Nichijou, I'm pretty sure, right? It's like, am I thinking of the right anime?
I don't think it's the same people who did
Sakamoto
It's on
Days.
Netflix.
Oh, oops. I'm thinking of something completely different. No, this is funny. Yeah.
This one's funny. But yeah, those are all. Honestly, I can just send you guys this list at some point if you ever want like good shows to watch. But yeah, it was crazy. Like it's kind of like what's happening right now in January. Like this winter season of 2026 is probably going to end up being on my 3x3 next year because there is just an insane amount of great anime coming out. And yeah, this was my 3x3. Like it was really tough to make this one. But yeah,
Watch City.
So yeah,
City is made by the same people.
That was Nerd Crew's 3x3s for the year 2025. If you have a 3x3 or a top 9, go ahead and post it down in the comments down below. And if you want to see more stuff like this, we do it every year normally. You can go ahead and like this video or subscribe. But before we go, we just have one quick thing to do, and that is the segment everyone loves, Benson's Backlog.
Oh!
Yes. Yeah. But this time we have a little bit of a twist because, yes, I did play the 2 games that you guys Mike and Steph recommended to me last month. But this month we're going to be picking games from Jesse's backlog because I need a break. and because Jesse
I was going to say it's good because I didn't pick a game for you. So
and also because Jesse desperately needs to get through some of his own backlog games. So we talked about it
just on Steam.
Yeah, we had talked about it and was like, well, if you guys want to join the backlog, like, feel free, because I could also use the month to, play other games, like play more Ghost of Yote and stuff, which I still haven't beaten. But yeah, so I did end up playing both of the games you guys recommended. First up was Mike's pick, which was Dewey's Adventure for the Wii. Now, this game, I thought this game was a 3D platformer. It kind of is, but instead of being a normal platformer, it kind of has like monkey ball kind of mechanics where you have to like move and tilt the controller to make the guy move where you want him to in a 3D space. It's really hard and wonky to get used to. I did record some gameplay footage of it. Basically, it's just really hard because you're trying to jump and you're a water droplet, so you have to switch between like cloud form, water form, and ice form to do things as well. So I could see why it's on a lot of people's like top 10 hidden gems videos for the Nintendo Wii. But at the same time, I'm like, it's not that great of a game. It's okay. Like, I get why it's on some of these lists, but like it's an okay game. Will I play more of it? I might try a little bit more. I got to basically the first like major boss of the game and beat him in an hour. It's like a 6-hour game. It's like super quick and stuff. But the cool thing about this game is that apparently you can make levels in it and play it with your friends. So it's kind of got like a Mario Maker kind of thing to it as well. But yeah, it's just kind of like a cute little game. I mean, the mascot's really cute. It's one of those things that no one's really ever heard of this game. You can pick it up at any retro game store for, I think, less than $15 normally. So it's a pretty easy recommend if you're looking for like a quick little unique type of platformer. But yeah, that was Mike's pick, because Mike likes to pick the Wii games because he knows that I have it. He knows that I have it hooked up and stuff, and it's easy to just kind of throw a game in there. But then there was Steph's pick, which was
I'm an asshole.
was a VR game, and it was called The Persistence PS4 VR. And I will say, unfortunately, I don't know why I cannot get my PS5 to hook up to OBS, so I cannot record gameplay footage, and I can't stream it, which is why I didn't stream this month. Also, I didn't have the time. But The Persistence, if you look on the back of it, it tells you that it's a stealth in VR, procedurally generated horror in VR with dozens of upgradable weapons and gear. So this is kind of like a roguelike, which I didn't know. And I think that's the reason why I bought this, because I told Steph last time I don't buy horror games, but I think I saw that it was a roguelike, and that's why I picked it up. I played it for probably about 35 minutes. I didn't really get a lot of time with it, unfortunately, and part of it was because I played it when I was hungry, and like within 10 minutes I was starting to get like nausea. I don't know why. Maybe it was the VR stuff. I was getting like
VR does that, yeah.
Which it's never done that to me before, but this was the first time it happened. And basically, you can play it in or out of VR, for the record. You don't have to play in VR, but I did the VR version. And my plan was today to play the non-VR so I could talk about it more, but I just didn't have time. But pretty much you play as like a person on like a spaceship, and this computer thing is talking to you, telling you that you have to deal with an issue on the ship. And the issue is that there's like a printer, like a 3D printer that prints your body. Well, apparently it went rogue and is printing like zombies, basically. Like
bodies without souls.
She calls them like creatures, basically, and you fight one, and basically is a zombie. And like the first part of the game is you go through a door and you find your old dead body, and and the computer's basically telling you like, hey, don't freak out, but I need you to take that drill thing over there and put it into the neck of your old body because I need your DNA for future copies. So like, that's like the first thing you're doing.
Christ, that's some ass shit.
And then you're going through doors, and you have to kind of sneak around, and because the way to kill the zombies is with a drill, but you have to go in the back of their neck. Or you can fight them, which is a little tougher because you have to like block with a shield and then like pistol whip them.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually get better weapons and stuff, but like the weapon you start off with is that pretty much. But it was pretty cool. Like the actual like looking around the ship and stuff is cool. Like you see some of the space stuff, and you're just kind of. I think the point of the game is to figure out why your ship is this like super close to a black hole right now, and you have to like kind of get out of there and stuff. So that's the kind of the horror element, is that it's like. It's got that Dead Spacey kind of vibe where you're walking around a spaceship, you're alone, and you're kind of just like the ship is beat up too, like things are knocked over, and like stuff is like some of the lights are out, so you got to turn a flashlight on and like creep around and shit. So, but again, I didn't get very far in the game, unfortunately. I really wanted to play more. I'd like to try and play at least an hour to 2 hours to talk on this podcast about them, but like this month was crazy, and I just didn't have a lot of time, unfortunately. And like I said, when I did try and sit down and play Persistence, it like made me nauseous. So I was like,
sorry.
And it's not your fault. First off, I shouldn't have played it when I was hungry. I should have eaten something first. And then, I just like, I'll give it another try. I'm sure at some point I'll give it at least another little try. But hey, that's what happens with the backlog sometimes. So
yeah.
If you have played any of these games, go ahead and leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought about them. And if I had to say, would I recommend either of these two games? As of right now, I probably wouldn't. Because also PSVR games sometimes can be a little expensive. And I don't know how much this game goes for, but it's a horror VR game. I'm going to assume it's probably like a $20 to $30 game easily. So I don't know if it'd be worth that at this point without playing it more at least. And then Dewey's Adventure, I mean, it's cheap, but like it's a Wii game. So it's got wonky-ass controls.
just shy of being shovelware.
I think so. Honestly, it's just shy, I think, of being like shovelware. I think it is very well thought out, and it's cute, and it's got a good story. But because I didn't play a lot of it, so I don't really know all the story. But it has like a cutscene at the beginning that kind of explains some of it. Yeah. And but it is cute and it's interesting. And again, it's only 6 hours long, so I could easily like knock that out. But in the next month, since we're picking games for you, my plan is basically to try to go back and finish some of the games I didn't get to finish last month. Like I still want to get back to Onimusha, and I still want to get through Ghost of Yote like really badly. So So this month we're picking games for Jesse's backlog.
What do you got for me?
Why don't you go first, Steph? Because I'm still looking through his list. I have a couple ideas, but I haven't picked one yet.
Oh, I'm
still
so
looking through
selfish.
the list.
Because, like, well, your list, you've definitely played a few of the games on this list. This is just all the games that you own, right?
This is just for everybody else. This is my Steam list. This is just the 324 games I have on Steam. I will say, out of all of those games, I probably have played a couple of them like for a hot minute and been like, oh, I bought it, I'll play it. I played it for a few hours. There is a good chunk of those games that I have purchased or procured in some fashion, like free to keep kind of scenarios, and I've just never touched. So
yeah,
I have two. I'm between two, and it's for selfish reasons. Once again,
that's fine. Yeah, I'm curious. I want to hear both of them.
You have Dispatch as a demo on here, and nobody here has played Dispatch yet, and I want to talk about it because I love it.
So, really funny. Steam sale ended the 4th, I think.
It just ended recently.
I was like on like the cusp, like the night of the 3rd. I was like, I haven't bought any games for the winter Steam sale. What the fuck am I buying? Dispatch was one of the games that I bought. Because I loved the demo. I really loved the demo. So I do actually own Dispatch now. So yeah.
Nice. Okay, yeah. I guess that's my choice then. I want somebody to play Dispatch and experience the magic with me. Because they almost made my 3x3 because I didn't get to put a game on there, you know? And Dispatch, but it's like, it felt too recent for me to be like, oh, you know, this is my number one, just because it was one of the new games I finished this year, you know?
But again, and that's why I wanted to wait until after the year ended, because something can happen in December or November that like you want to put on him. So
honestly, I even thought about putting it on just for the demo, because the demo did give you a good feel of the game and the storyline, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
When a game affects my playlist outside of playing the game, then I know it's a good game.
So I am curious though, like, what was your other game?
Oh, Cook Serve Delicious too. And what I was gonna make you do, because that's just like my I'm down for the night. I got nothing to do. No one's bothering me right now. I'm in my element. I'm gonna play Cook Serve Delicious too. There's no story to it. You're just a restaurant owner working your way through a bunch of restaurants, and you just gotta be fast. But
it's essentially a mobile game.
My challenge for you was gonna be let me see what your restaurant looks like, because you can customize your restaurant in the background. I would have wanted you to send me a screenshot of what your restaurant looked at the end to see how much stuff you got and how decorative you are. You can get up to 8 restaurants, like, decor wise. Like, you don't have an extra. You can have up to like 8 menus at the same restaurant, but you can choose different styles. You know.
Yeah.
It's like I just wanted to see what your style was.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like, Dispatch is definitely on my playlist for sure. So I'm 100% positive that's gonna get played probably within the next month. Cook Serve Delicious is a game that I have played a couple of times and I have really not looked at very often. But I think Matt can tell you why. Having played a couple of what's the version on Switch that we've played before?
Overcooked or Played Up?
Overcooked.
Yeah.
I think.
Overcooked.
The one where you're little characters that you run around and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I am mediocre at best at those games. So it is not usually I want to be good at them, and there's a couple of games that I played that are kind of fun like that. There was that one, the indie game where you play like a side scrolling like combat, like side scrolling game, kill monsters and then you cook the monsters. What was the name of that game?
I don't remember.
I mean, it kind of is Dungeon Meshy, like the game, but I think it came out before the anime.
I played that. Now that I think about it, what you're talking about.
But it's like you go out for like a timed amount of like a timered amount of time. You fight and kill monsters, and then you take the ingredients, and then you have to do like a whole cooking thing, like a whole cooking.
Is it like
tournament.
on like Switch?
I think it might be on Switch. I had it on PC.
Do you have this?
You played it on the Monster Mayhem, I think, when we did Monster Mayhem month.
I think so, yeah.
And I remember, but I also had a game that was like that called Monster Menu, but it's not the one you're talking about. I just can't remember what you played. You'd have to go back.
I'd have to look it up. Yeah, I have to look it up, but yeah.
So remember that the whole point of this backlog is to suggest games that they haven't played, and if they have played it, they can talk about it and not play it if they don't want to.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's up to you, Jesse. If you want to play either of those two games, obviously feel free.
So Dispatch, again, I played the demo, so I wouldn't count that personally as playing the game. I played the game for an hour, maybe. and it was good enough where I was like, I think I might buy this game. Like pretty much immediately after finishing the demo, like it ends, and I'm just like, I kind of want to keep going. So
yeah. So for my pick, I had a couple on here that I was thinking about, but I was trying to think of games that you might not have played because I want to give you something to really play. Okay. And I was torn between like 3 of these, but I'm gonna go with River City Girls for my pick.
Okay.
And have you played it before?
Go ahead. I have.
You have played it. Okay.
Not very far in. Actually, Becky and I started playing it co-op.
And that's why I was suggesting it was for something for you and her to play, because me and Erica played through the whole game and we loved it. We had a great time. Yeah. But it is very anime heavy, and so I was like, let me see if Jesse would be interested in playing with Becky at least.
I enjoyed the game because I was a big fan when I was a kid. I was a big fan of Streets of Rage on Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
And it feels a lot like Streets of Rage.
It does. It's a very good beat 'em up.
Side-scrolling beat 'em up. Yeah. So I liked it. It was one of those things, like I never really tried to play it solo. The first time I played it was with Becky, and we didn't really play for too long. I'm trying to remember why we kind of just played it and then stopped.
It was probably a game that Erica recommended to Becky, and she was like, "Oh, you should look this game up."
I had remembered the two of you talking about playing it, and so I was the one who recommended playing it. I think you know what it was. Becky and I had been talking about playing games together. Becky desperately wants me to play through a campaign of Baldur's Gate 3 with her. And the game is great. Don't get me wrong. The game is great. I am having the hardest time continuing a storyline in that game. And it's one of those things. It's because it requires that game requires a level of commitment to play. It's a long fucking game.
Yeah, just like D&D.
Yeah. And so for me, I'm like, we could play it like once a week, but if I skip a week and then I try to go back to it, I'm like, I kind of want to try something else. Like I want to play a different kind of character, and you can't really do a lot of change in that game. You can do some, but
there's a lot of people who don't make it past Act 1.
I'm one of those people. I am. Yeah. I have character ADHD. I'm like, I want to try a rogue. Yeah. I want to try a wizard. I want to try this.
Same.
You do eventually get spoiler. You do eventually find a character who you can talk to, and you can basically change your entire character.
Oh yeah, with Withers.
Yeah.
Withers. Yeah. No, I know, but like for me, when I was always big into role playing games, my character concepts for games like this always tie to like a character idea of like how would I role play this character if it weren't just in the video game? Like what's the personality? Like I can't change the race in the game, and that's the biggest pet peeve of mine, is that Withers does not let you change the character's race, just the class.
Yeah.
Which always throws me off a little bit, because I'm like, oh, but I want to play a dwarf barbarian, or I want to play an elven ranger. And without restarting the whole fucking game over again. So I'm working on it. But anyway, back to the point. We had talked about like trying to play more co-op games together, because aside from Baldur's Gate 3, we really weren't playing anything. And I had recommended River City Girls. We did play it for a hot minute. Kind of fell off of it, but I would like to get back into it. So maybe I can convince her.
All right. Well, that's my pick for you, is River City Girls. It's a great beat 'em up. I have played it the whole game with Erica. The story is honestly dumb. It's just an anime dumb story, but the gameplay is a lot of fun.
Though,
the gameplay is a lot of fun, and it kind of almost started the revitalization of that style of beat 'em up, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it was one of the first ones that people started getting obsessed with, and then they started like just all of a sudden, just everyone was coming out with beat 'em ups again. Yeah, it's like a whole like catalog of them now. There's like 8 of them that have come out since then, and just like that graphical style specifically of beat 'em ups. And but one of the cool things about River City Girls is that like the characters are also slightly customizable, if I remember correctly. Like you get new attacks and abilities that you can use for them, and you can pick between a couple of them. So it gives you a little more customization.
We didn't play very far in, so
and the bosses aren't too bad. They can get a little frustrating. I remember for some reason Erica kept like getting everything in the game. Like because we'd go to a shop to buy like items, and somehow she magically had like 5 times more money, and I'm like, how do you keep getting all the fucking money? Like, what the hell? I'm killing everyone and dying all the time, and I can't buy health potions because
she's running around picking up money.
I think she was just getting like the final hit on a lot of people, so it was like giving it to her and stuff. But either way, it's a fun game. So if you end up playing it, that you'll let us know next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
really quick, did you have a backup, or was that the only one that you really wanted to bring up, just in case?
No, I'm just gonna do one. I don't want to bring like backups in case. I don't want to overload you.
Okay.
I know you have choice paralysis like I do, so I don't want to give you too many options.
Yes, it does happen.
So,
Fair.
so,
Okay.
I mean, it even happens to me. Like the first month we did this, I
Yeah.
had the 3 options from all 3 of you guys. Like, and I was just like going through my head. I was like, oh shit, which one do I want to start with? Which one? And then I ended up playing fucking Pac-Man for like 20 hours. So it's like, you know, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to you and give you like choice paralysis and that's
Fair.
and that's kind of the point of this, is to kind of, you know, have you talk about games, but also if you haven't played it, you'd be like, you know what, I will play that game because now I feel like an obligation, like there's a timestamp on it now. You have like a month to play this game. Although to that caveat, I will say I'm not sure we'll be able to do a February episode, so you may have 2 months. We'll see. But I'll talk to you guys about that at a later date if we're able to do February or not. But yeah, that was our 3x3s, and that was the Benson's backlog. Although this time it is Jesse's backlog.
Yep.
Jesse's jet lag.
I like that. It's good.
Jesse's jet lag. Man. But yeah, if you've played any of these games, let us know down below. And yeah, that is this episode of Nerd Talk Radio. Thanks again, guys, for coming out. I really appreciate it. Mike did send me his 3x3 kind of. And so if I wanted to go through that, I don't know if we will. Maybe that'll be February's episode. It'll be a quick 30-minute romp of just me and Mike going over his 3x3 or something. I'll talk to him about that. But yeah, thanks again, everyone out there, for watching. Really appreciate it. Go and check out some of our other podcast episodes. You'll find them on the screen, hopefully, if I can figure out how to do the cards properly. And and go ahead and watch some of our other videos. You know, we post a lot of nerdy content on here. I've got a lot of videos coming out in January and February, as well as like some goals, some look back stuff, and of course our monthly pickups videos. Every month I somehow manage to get giant piles of shit to add to the backlog. Which I do add regularly, so like, you know, that list is ever growing. If you guys have that link still for next time, the new stuff is on there, and you know I haven't played it. So, thanks again, guys, for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you nerds next time. See ya.
Bye.
Have a good night.